a lot of alcohol tonight, so I'm going to be very giggly. I apologize in advance.
It's just I have not. It's just been a hell of a day.
I
had the bullshit this morning, and then I had to break up 2 separate fights on the last full day of school. Like it's been a day.
Well, I forgot you were that young. Dang.
No, it's not that he's young. He's not in school. He's working there.
Yes, I'm.
You're a resource officer?
Yeah, not resource officer, but yeah, security.
Yeah. Oh wow,
he's
dang.
just a random bystander.
I happen to be visiting school, and
I saw 2 fights and I broke up.
Yeah, I watched my football player playing basketball with, like, he wasn't a buddy, he was more like an acquaintance, and the acquaintance just kept pushing him every time he was in the air. Which is incredibly dangerous, and my football player just got tired of it and like shoved him back, and then he got sucker punched in the mouth, absolutely ate it, and then just threw one back, and the kid immediately backed off. And then by then I had separated them, so it probably looked like I had just separated them, but it was very clear he wanted no part of it.
That's good. That's very good.
I was the only like adult who saw it, so I pulled them both aside and I was like, all right, is this going to be a thing, or like, can I just not report this to anyone and we can move on? Like, we don't need to get suspended the last full day of school, right, guys? And they both looked at me very happily that I was not doing that.
Not a hard ass.
And the guy who got his teeth almost knocked out of him went to the nurse, and
sorry, I fell on somebody's fist.
Yes, I was like, all right, I'm gonna send you to the nurse. I'll radio it in, and just go get cleaned up, because like his ear was bleeding or whatever. And then I was like, and then the best part of it all, arguably the funniest part of it, is they just kept playing basketball like nothing happened.
Yeah,
after they left to go to the nurse.
That's a
guy thing.
That is how a lot of like guy things get solved. Is
exactly.
Especially if you're already kind of on friendly terms, but you're not like super close buddies, So
absolutely.
Like the ladies frequently, not as a general rule, the ladies will engage in a lot of gossip behind the scenes and stuff, and like rumor mill. And that's their dysfunctional way of solving conflict. And then guys, we just punch each other.
2 girls was the next fight.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that was the second fight of the day.
Well, all of the modern messaging telling you guys like, oh, you ladies, you can be just like the men. And well, there they are. They're punching each other. I can't believe it. Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, well, I can't get in between those two because they're women. So.
So brought to you by Pride Month.
How do you set a custom check? How do you do that? Tell me.
Don't tell him, Tree Crow. No, I don't even know how you're doing it.
Tell me.
That's what. Yeah, I don't even know how you're doing it.
Tell me immediately.
Do not tell him. Keep it.
Definitely
keep it secret. Keep it secret.
Keep that gig.
No, it's Alexander doesn't know.
Keep your secrets, and here you are.
I don't know.
Alexander doesn't know, but and actually Balefall doesn't know this, but back in Roll20 days, it was just a constant like 3 speech of Akhmedistan check, and like this check and that check, and like garlic ? Check, and just they would just make up any fucking custom shit to check. And so Benson has or 3 Crow
just a brother check.
Yeah. Three Crow has limited it to he one time did a screen time check. Everything else has been a brother check. He's very much been, he's limited it. He's got a selection of 2 checks. 1 check for every campaign. That's all you get.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, give me my 1 check. What is?
You get Well, I mean that's because he's the leader. If Jason becomes the leader, or something like that. Then
all right, Jason is gonna slit his throat.
Oh yeah, well, I wonder why we wouldn't give you this information.
He wakes up like covered in blood, and he's like, "No, Umberly, how could you made me do this?"
What are you, the Dark Urge? Are you the Dark Urge from Baldur's Gate 3? Is that what you are?
Oh no. Augustius, why did I feed you to the spider? Oh no. Bishop, why are you doing that to the shoulder?
Well,
I didn't even tell you.
And then Burley swallows you soul and you go to sea hell. That's right.
So Fizz transforms into a dragon and ends your cycle.
Hey. Fizz seeks justice for his kobold companion.
Just by virtue of being the final the final survivor, right? Fizz becomes a blood knight, and it's just
there you go.
Is, so.
He survives.
He
He's a blood knight whose one quest.
Tell me, please tell me how to do this. Please whisper me how to do this.
No, I'm gatekeeping. I'm
New
gatekeeping.
item.
You can
I'm
gatekeep. You can
gatekeeping.
gatekeep. You
New
can
item.
gatekeep. You can gatekeep.
Create
He's got a
new item?
gatekeep and grow
What
ball.
What did
I'm
he
gonna check the
say?
stream. Now.
What the fuck was that? What is checking the screen gonna do?
I don't have
That's
anything
gonna
open.
show me
Dude.
what that is.
All right, listen, we got to focus. We don't have that much time. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Carrying it now.
Oh,
It's too late.
wait.
I figured it. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, you can figure it out while we start the game.
Yeah, you're just gonna see some ungodly check.
Session is already over, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys, we ran out of time. So it's great. It's very great that everybody's giggly, laughy. But I will bring it back and let you guys know that this is indeed a situation where character death is a possibility in this session. So just to that we have everybody here, I wanted to ask what people think would be a potentially appropriate way to handle a character death, because you could do it the really hardline way where a character dies and like the player has to leave the call and they've got to like watch on the stream if they watch it, like they are out, like they are just cannot speak anymore, like please leave the table, but virtually, right? That's like, we could do that, or we could do it just a more like, all right, you sit this one out, like you can't, generally don't speak that that much because you're already out, right? But I don't know, like I mean, what do people think about that? Do we have like a vote on that sort of thing?
I wouldn't want to deprive the person the opportunity of hearing the real time play, so I'd say you just have to mute that person.
Okay, yeah, server mute to make it so they can't interact, but they can still listen. Well, they would still be able to see it on the stream. It would just be slightly delayed. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take away that from somebody. That's a little,
yeah, I think like a server mute's fine. Leave them in the
or at the very least, like a gentleman's agreement that
I'm the only one who doesn't know.
It's downtime or after the session, and if you break that rule, then you get server muted.
I
see. What's up? What did you say?
He said that unless it's downtime or something else. I don't know what the other one was. A long rest.
After the session.
Oh, after the session, sure, yeah. And then okay. So keep your speech to those times. Okay, well,
just don't die.
Yeah, also just don't die.
Just don't die for him.
Another good option.
Yeah, just don't stand on the circle of death.
If you're typing, Alex, just mute for that.
Oh crap! You can hear that.
The secret is that you have characters already lined up so that you
do a keyboard.
So when your character dies, you immediately DM Pro and are like, "Hey, so how are we introducing this though?"
Yeah, but I don't know how soon that might be like a between session thing.
See you next session.
Yeah, I don't know how soon that would show up.
Let me test real quick. Can you?
Yeah, if Versalin dies, my character appears from the corpse.
No, it sounds all good, Alex. If you were typing, we couldn't hear it.
Okay, now how about me talking? Does it sound good? No Discordisms or anything?
It's
Perfect.
All right, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
How to make a custom?
Yeah, there you go. Shambler using his noggin.
Foundry.
AI
assistance.
Oh no, not that. All right, so
Foundry.
I think I preloaded it for everybody. So we are indeed. I could have sworn I had this, but apparently I did not.
Looks like he'll figure it out, guys.
I can't believe you did that. DC was 18.
Nah. I tried, Shandon. More like that. Never mind.
It just wants to tell me how to create new actors. I already know how to do that.
Perfect. Nice. Even Google is gate check.
It's not a like a custom command. You like Pernigo is actually making these checks and putting them on it.
No.
Yeah, we're actually just DMing Pro, and he's putting them in the chat for us.
You can't gaslight me, okay? I gaslight you. That's how this goes.
Dude, you rolled a nat 1 on God slaying. Dude, my Trinites is not slaying a god today.
My Aphrodite's just found a new patron with that roll.
God slaying into God worshipping.
Let's get this. No more custom checks. It's time to lock in, boys.
Fine, I'm just gonna have to make really poorly timed other checks now.
Oh my god, it's time for Benson to solo the boss while everybody runs away.
Okay, we're making it out, boys.
I am praying for Benson.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, Benson.
Inshallah.
Dude,
I
how many
think,
hands can there be?
I gave Augustius a healing potion and everything, SMH.
You didn't. When did you give me a healing potion? Oh, that's right. You did. You did. I think.
Oh,
I
plus
have
20
of
feet.
movement.
I can throw it at you.
The 20
If
feet
I
is
throw a-
the 20 feet is your elevation. It's not a movement.
Plus 20 feet.
Oh, I can hear
Oh,
birds.
yeah.
I wasn't able to hear birds
I mean,
before. This is nice.
It's technically
measured this
movement
earlier.
if
Did you
jump
move my
off of
token?
Kyle.
Yeah, I had to move the tokens, so they might not be perfectly lined up.
Okay, I'm 1 up because last time I checked this, I was in range where I could move my up, not down.
I thought you meant you're now 1 up.
I thought you said up.
No, I need to
He
go
means
1 more
he
up
should-
because
should
last
be
time
1
I
up,
I
is what
can
he was
move
going to
10
say.
and pick them up by 10.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah, dude. You grapple that god. You fucking squid.
I like how you think that's what I'm grappling when I just said I move 10 and grab 10.
Grab
Yeah,
10?
Benson's the god.
All right. Do we have music this time around?
No.
Well,
And that
I'm
boss
just
music.
letting you guys stew in this for a moment.
Yeah, we
You-
gotta stew in the silence
you
of the
gotta-
decisions we've made.
You should does anybody have an opportunity here, a thought, an option, a consideration? Anybody have anything they want to consider for how they're going to like strategy? Any ideas here? Because
Oh, I thought you were going to ask for a music recommendation.
Jason can't.
if you
talk,
have
he's a
that too,
squid.
that would work.
Hotel
He
California.
DM'd you that a while ago, bro.
You should put
The
on.
only thing I can.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah. That is...
Yeah,
Got
that's
your
good.
check?
That's good.
It's a recap.
We finally reached the point at
That's
the
our
beginning of the movie where they were
Yeah.
like, "You're
I
probably
forget who I
wondering how
gave Bardic Inspiration to. I think I gave it to Augustius, so he has my last Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, and then I also inspired Vincent. So Vincent is inspired twice, or was inspired twice.
I have these bombs. I don't know what they are, but I've got them.
I have one
I still don't know
Singles.
what these bombs are.
spell level slot 1. That's it. I have that left and nothing else.
I have Benson's Bless.
And I cannot cast any heals because my heal is either the one that works out of combat or a touch one. And obviously Benson is not within touch range.
I have 0 spells, so I'm just gonna keep casting guidance to help you guys in your rolls.
OOC, hold on to that healing slot, okay?
I do have one more feature of Pack Alpha and one more feature of Draconic Cry. So I could either inspire him again, or I could use Leader's Luxury, which is when allies are between you and the target, you add your proficiency bonus to your first attack roll. So, like, if I wanted to, hit the boss, hit the god, better, I could do that. Or I could, and I can use Draconic Cry again.
Shoulder sells his soul to keep you guys alive. Huh?
What
I
if
have no spell slots. The boss is entangled. And I'm on my last squid transformation.
Okay.
Jason, the character, has booze on him and nothing else in terms of items.
That's perfectly
I mean-
Jason, isn't it?
I mean-
classic Jason.
Unfortunately, I just realized my Draconic Cry 1 Golden Bellow is useless because it's to be within 10 feet of me, and Ruby Mandate. It would be really funny if I frightened the god. That would be hilarious. But they have to be within 30 feet, so all I can do is lure them to me. and that's
which doesn't really help much.
which does not help much. So unfortunately, Draconic Cry
maybe
is
it reduces the chance that she kills Benson, but it increases the chance she kills someone else. So
yeah. So and I don't really think that's a strategic wise decision anyway. So yeah. And
Shambler, I
now,
have not listened to this music before, so we're going out on a limb here for your taste and what works. Do you think this loops well, or is it going to be annoying after the 15th listen?
I have no clue because I haven't listened to it on loop.
Okay.
Sounds like okay boss music.
We'll find out.
No.
I can always send you the Darkest Dungeon theme that I use for my Acropolis if you remember that one.
I have that actually lying around.
That shit is literally just meant to play on loop, and it would probably be pretty fitting. So if this gets a little grating, you can always swap it out with that.
I'll wait for like a transformation or something, wink.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh shit.
Yeah, phase 3. Phase 3.
Oh god.
I've been thinking about what Fizz
guys,
would
let's
do
fight
in
the
this
god.
situation. And I think there is only one thing that he will think of in this moment. To beg his ancestor to do anything.
yeah.
It's like a prayer to his ancestors, to his dragon.
Yeah, to his dragon ancestor, to be like, please, for the love of God, do something, anything, because we're all about to die.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be Shoulder's bonus action.
Dying?
No, it'll be yeah, true. It'll be a prayer to Jurgle to help Benson into the afterlife.
I'm gonna BRB 1 second.
All right.
Augustius has been praying. Augustius has been praying this whole time.
Every time Augustius casts a spell, he just prays that he does not get thought of by Versalin, and therefore
when he came out here to look for animals, that's what he thought was going to happen. Not surprise. Hello.
I could fight the snake.
I could cast another minor illusion and make it look like a spider's crawling on her head, so she gets really scared.
I don't think the god of animals is scared of spiders.
She's not a god of the spiders. The spiders don't like her.
She might not like the spiders. That's the idea.
Maybe. I mean, you could. I mean,
you just have to roll another nat 20 deception check, dude.
And you already rolled
integrate on herself.
You rolled a 24 and a 22, so I mean, surely you can do it a third time.
And then she casts disintegrate on herself, and we win the game.
Yeah, that's exactly. She freaks out. She's like, "Oh!" and then that's it. Yeah, perfect.
While you strategize, I'm going to very quickly use the restroom.
All right. If anybody needs to bio break, that should be the time. We're about to lock in for real.
When you slap yourself in the face when there's a fly on your head, and you miss, and you just slap yourself in the face.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait for Fizz to get disintegrated.
Yeah,
Fizz will not die. Do not say that.
I'll just use minor illusion to make it look like there's a fly buzzing in front of her face.
I'm sorry, but Fizz is probably going to die.
Why would Fizz die? No, you have Augustius telling you.
Are we ready?
We're all gonna. No, we got one other in the bathroom.
I can't wait till this becomes a
unless praying to his dragon works. He's probably.
I have a plan.
Oh, why?
It hinges on Madridates trading inspiration for a spell slot.
Interesting. Okay. Well, keep that plan in mind for sure.
Augustius is eating pizza as he awaits his eternal fate.
His disintegration.
Yeah.
All right. So
Augustius ain't being disintegrated, and the rest of y'all might be disintegrated. But Augustius is going home.
I forgot to ask. Can I use a bonus action to throw a bomb?
Yeah, it's an item action. So.
Okay. All right. So guys, when I throw my bomb, do I throw the regular bomb or the frog bomb?
What bomb?
I have two.
The line of fire of a god before.
I have two. Yes, the bomb is the biggest problem. I have two unidentified bombs. One was the one we found in the bandit fort, and then one was the bombs we found that the frogs were talking about.
Okay, I'm back.
Frog bomb.
Well, it's
frog bomb.
It's your turn, Benson.
Okay.
All right. So I think we're all here, right? Is that right? We're all here?
Yep. We're all here.
Yeah.
It should be.
Is brother here?
His brother.
Oh,
here.
brother might not be here.
We are all brother today.
That's right. We're all.
Tonight, yeah, true. We are all brother.
Yes,
we all die. We all die.
That is how we will be addressed at Benson's funeral.
Brother.
You were all brothers to this man.
Thank you,
You could
brother.
say that we're a band of brothers.
Mm.
All right. Well, am I at the top of my round?
Hold on, not yet. Uno momento. I was preparing the funeral. All right.
Yeah. DM already just told us we're all dead.
Yep. No, he's not
We're
wrong.
gonna tell the steel watch to stay behind.
You guys know that this is the
Hold
ultimate
her
play.
off like the Terminator.
Benson
Why
will
would you
die,
care about
and
the steel watch? It's just a robot.
I
Benson
said
will
we're
die,
gonna
and
tell him to
all of
stay
you will
behind like the
you have to
Terminator. With
deliver the caravan for him.
All right, guys, lock in, baby.
I'm not them.
So fine.
All right.
Yeah, I can't. Damn.
I feel like
I won't be
we
able to
need
get
some
close enough.
ambiance because I just can't lock in.
There's ambiance.
We're too unserious.
There's ambiance.
Yeah, I just put the music on. It might
That's
take
why
a
the
sec for
music's
everybody to.
Don't you act like the sound of shampoo typing isn't ambiance.
True. True.
Alrighty. Okay. Gentlemen, it is now or never. A call to action. Clearly, Benson refuses to falter. He will not step aside or stand idle or flee the sight of a very vile deity. And it seems neither will Jason in his giant octopus form. The Steel Watch pledged to Benson and Fistjaw, perhaps pledged in a way to Jason, also linger behind, ready to push forward now that the miasma has cleared. Brother, of course, following Benson's word, but still desiring Benson's accompaniment, is going to be very, very displeased if he is pulled away. And it does seem like the rest of the party has already figured out their fate. So, now that we have covered all of that, Benson, you last spent your final action putting a divine smite into what you thought was the true form of Ursuline, and you watched this vile deity contort and expand around your blade. There's a sickening crunch, a crack, as it seems like your blade has thoroughly penetrated this god's hide. Then, suddenly, a lot of pressure begins to form around the point where your blade stuck in. You get the sense that you won't have long to withdraw the blade before it is consumed by this creature. Do you leave it in, or do you pull it back out?
I will pull the blade out.
I'm gonna have to drop the volume on the music a little bit, as epic as it is. As you
I'm feeling it.
as you withdraw the blade, a thick green ichor begins to pool around the wound, and eventually it seems to close upon itself. As it does so, Ursuline's whole form seems to contort, and there's a sudden pull of all of your attentions further on in the canopy of trees. Lights begin to flicker above trees, above the treetops. It seems that the sun has started to be clouded a bit by overcast weather. But whatever these lights are, they are a reaction to this wound that Benson has struck into Ursuline. Any birds that were left within the area are quickly quieted as they all flee the treetops where the lights once were. Benson, I believe you still have a bonus action if you wish to use it, but that was your action, to strike at Ursuline and bring her into this form.
Did I already heal this round from the potion?
Let me go back and see. Looks like you did so. Yes. It looks like that's actually... Maybe you do have no bonus action. But you can do the 1d4 plus 2 to roll for the sustained healing.
Hey,
Ooh.
max healing.
Alrighty.
Okay.
That's a good
God
start.
deems it so.
It's
Okay,
And
then,
smiles upon you.
as I finish off my turn and I see the clouds beginning to form and the sunlight dying out, Benson will gaze upon his glowing blade, the enchantment of Lathandar guiding him, and he will smile as he gazes upon Verslin, and he will say, I will not fall for your tricks. You cannot hide from the sun, for it is not the light of day that guides me, but the light within.
Even as you finish your speech, you can't help but notice the creeping shadows as the light is further dimmed. Yet your blade indeed glows brightly despite it. Jason, you'll notice the steel watch lumber into view and stand as close as it can to the side of Benson.
Oh, I can't extendo blade?
It only gave it like
Yeah.
5 feet of reach, so
Yeah, I think the problem is it's not within 10 feet.
It is, though.
not because of the
Oh, height.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, you got it. You figured it out. Well, conflicted, Brother is going to partially move towards Benson and bark as if looking for some kind of confirmation, but clearly the little beast is not pleased with the presence of this deity. There's a sudden sort of quietude that comes over the rear of the forest where many a vulture had been felled previously. Amidst the branches and the viscera, Mithridates, you'll feel the sudden surge of magic. And everyone will hear the most bizarre set of hoarse sounds, a couple of lip puffs, as if laughing at what is happening before us. We're going to need to see. Okay.
Nat 1 wisdom saving throw.
The horse attacked Versalin with vicious what the
Fizz, you are up, my friend.
So, Fizz is going to pull out. So he has like a small bone from his ancestor. He's gonna clutch it in his hands, and he's gonna close his eyes, and he's gonna pray to his ancestor, the red dragon. He's gonna say, please, can you help us? I don't know what to do. And then I don't know what happens.
Well, so what you can do for me, Fizz, is you can.
Okay.
I will give you the option to roll a religion check. It's a flat roll for you
Okay.
because you have no bonus.
Right.
And we will see if the spirits are with you. Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
You are filled with determination.
Dude, you have inspiration. You have inspiration, fair.
No, don't burn the inspiration on that. Do not burn it on that.
Do Do I even have inspiration? I don't think I do.
You do. We all got inspiration because of how cool Benson was when he struck Versalin. So if you don't have it, you should have it.
Yeah, I just didn't. I couldn't click on your character sheet before, but I got it now. So I just put it on there. So if you want to, it is possible.
Do not burn your inspiration.
You could burn your
Save
inspiration.
it for the next fucking circle of death.
Why, you want to save it for the next boss?
The next
No,
phase?
because this lady's gonna cast Circle of Death again. Okay, that's what's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, I'm already outside the circle of death, though.
Well, she could cast it in a different location. But what I'm going to say, Balethal, is I think it is totally fine for you to burn your inspiration if you want to. I will not allow Shambler to cheat.
Does.
You want to save your inspiration for the next character?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use it.
It makes perfect sense in this character moment.
Yeah, he's like, this is as much...
You're double.
I rolled even lower.
No, you add
So
it. You add it.
You
add
add, you add inspirations. That way, stuff like this doesn't result in
15.
uselessness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 15.
All right. Well, I see you've already put it away, which is very nice of you. Okay. Shoulder and Augustius, as Fizz performs this rather strange ritual out of desperation, you can surmise. I think you'll both notice, but Fizz will not notice, that the skull of Pencer that Shoulder carries round with him suddenly seems to rumble. That is the response that Fizz will receive. Although, Fizz, if you look very closely upon this bone of your ancestor,
Right?
you will notice that there seems to have been a single crack etched in it, a fragment or a fracture in the bone that was not there before.
Okay. Fizz will probably be a little concerned, but also hopeful at the same time upon seeing this.
And when it comes to we're going to say, I understand this will probably sound harsh, but this will be your action. So do you have a bonus action?
Yeah,
you would
this
like
is
to
fine. He's probably just going to turn to Augustius and say, I can't leave Benson. He's my brother. And then he's going to leap from Kyle.
Okay, in that case, I will go ahead and...
He's unturreting moded?
Yeah.
That's right.
I will go ahead and detach you from... Yeah, there you go. You should be able to move yourself.
There you go.
Hopefully.
Augustius has a completely impassive look on his face, very grim. He doesn't try and stop him. He doesn't say anything. He just looks extremely focused.
Game face
Understandable.
on.
Yeah. It's like, I can't stop you, so why even bother spending...
The game is paused.
Yeah, the game is paused.
Go for it. I forgot about that.
I think that's about as far as I can move, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It would normally be like distance to travel by jumping from Kyle because he's so far up, but I'm taking that as like you rolling or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. And then I don't think there's anything I can reasonably use as my bonus action right now, other than I guess I could try the Draconic Cry, but I don't think. What is the distance to?
Yeah, check it out real quick.
It's 30 feet, so I could try the Ruby Mandate, which would be pretty epic.
Do it right now.
Yeah,
Do
you
it.
know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. So now he's gonna roar at Versalin, and do the Ruby Mandate.
All right.
He's probably immune, but this will be a good verification.
It's not like he can do much.
Chamber is such a
Oh,
doomer.
well, let me use it.
Oh, does it? It
He's
probably
a
took
god.
the.
If all things to be immune to fear.
Yeah, it's
being
saying
a
I don't have
god
the
would be-
resources.
That's all right. I will fix that up for you now because it's just a prank. All right, so
Yeah,
you were doing Ruby
it's-
Mandate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say I'll just go ahead. Okay, try now. See if it works.
DC 15 charisma saving throw.
Yep, you gotta roll. Oh,
Shit.
Oh.
Well, you know, Fizz tried to be epic.
It was still pretty epic. Like I'm thinking that you like do your best draconic roar. You know, you're trying to really channel everything. Like you probably even startle, Benson to some degree, or some of the others in the party.
Yeah, like it's like practically a scream.
Yeah. And then Versalin just turns to regard you.
Yep.
Justice looks on, proud but very concerned.
Now terrified.
And that's the end of Fizz's turn.
All right.
He looks very upset.
So
if Augustius is afraid, he does a very good job of hiding it.
So Shoulder's last decree to Kyle was to charge fast away. So that's what Kyle is thinking. But since all of the commotion, he has turned back to look, and he sees more of the group moving towards the god. So Kyle can only think that maybe that's what he is supposed to do as well. And he begins to move over Mithridates in his enlarged state.
Oh my god.
Would you like him to move in a different location?
Not as close.
Well,
how far can he move? I don't know what his movement is. Is it also 30 feet?
Yeah.
Augustius swears that if he dies here, he will haunt everyone.
Can we have him move like back here? Like behind?
Right here?
Yeah.
You gotta hide behind Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz just really loud roar.
He's really gonna cover a whole lot of space.
And I could have grabbed
Tiny
Benson
body.
and just like had a really easy check throwing him on the Kyle, but now you just had to move him, so it's over.
Yep.
You just killed Benson right there.
Yeah, this is like Benson's going to survive this turn.
I can save him.
Wink.
All right,
Alright.
say your prayers, everybody.
Yep.
Oh, brother, my brother.
Yeah. Oh, brother, we're out now. 6 feet in the ground. See you in Nostradamus, brother.
All right, well, let's see.
9th level disintegrate.
Here it comes.
Death touch.
I like how we're just sitting here trying to predict how Benson dies.
He has the power of God and enemy on his side.
In friendship, he has God, anime, and friendship. He's got the triple whammy. He's got the holy trinity of,
That's the
That is
thing,
true.
Oh, yeah,
Lathander is my brother.
Yeah, everybody's your brother. Everybody is your brother.
Versalin
is your brother.
Versalin stirs after being transfigured into this abominable form, more sinew and bone than what an intact living creature ought to be. And deep within its beating heart emerges power so vast and terrible. The very air chills around you all.
Oh god, is it kind of cold?
We're gonna need
That looks
a
painful.
Constitution saving throw for Jason and Benson.
Okay.
Squid has a lower con.
Oh,
Inspiration.
Oh
Yeah. Time to use that inspiration. That's
Alright,
so
16. 16.
I actually don't know.
Oh,
Shit.
What is it? Half damage if you succeed?
yeah, half damage you succeed.
Oh no!
So I'm guessing that's your inspiration, Benson.
Yep.
So that's a 23 from Benson. That's a 16 from Jason.
All right.
to avoid taking 33 damage.
That is 16 cold damage as you are all, 3 of you are frozen nearly solid. It's only the light of Lathandar within Benson and perhaps also within Jason and the Steel Watch that prevent them from being utterly, what would you say, fragmented by the winds.
Shattered to bits.
Entirely to bits, yeah.
I like to say, for flavor, you see the ice spread over Benson's blade and armor, and the light of Lathandar's enchantment completely fades.
All right. Well, Versalin is seemingly pleased with their work. But they're not quite finished, as one very mangled-looking hoof stretches up, raising towards the sky as much as a goat could. A green, pulsing beam of energy flows forward and begins to strike towards one of the fallen corpses that litter the battlefield now.
Oh no.
So, as a result of that, not far from where Jason currently lurks, a skeletal champion of Versalin appears and begins to equip itself for the fight.
Man, how's it go before me, that bastard?
All right. So on my final action last session was to say a prayer in my head.
That's right.
And then we end in the position I was. So I need the answer to that before I decide what I'm doing.
Okay. Stand by. Jason, there's a glint of recognition, as if a great gaze had been poured over you like a book. And then, with a lilt of a laugh, but one that fills you with the understanding that this is apparently within plans, that presence fades.
Well, it could be her plan that I fucking die here, but okay.
It is ambiguous. I'm afraid you do not know that.
All right. Okay. Jason. Oh, Jason. Let's think here. This is fucking hard, okay?
I'll just remind Mithridates you're up after Fistjaw, after Jason, so plan your moves accordingly.
Now, opportunity attacks. Are they triggered if I grab Benson and throw him somewhere?
Yes, but you haven't seen Versalin field an actual weapon. So
That's only if Benson is a willing participant.
Well, I can out athletics him if that's the case.
Odds are, yeah. I don't know if Benson, even reduced to this degree, is going to let you throw him away from the god, but we'll find out. If that's your plan.
Throw the steel watch at the god.
That's what I was
There
thinking
you
too.
go.
His fist jaw at the god.
But that's gonna deal damage. What's his health like?
Can
No,
you
it's
see?
not good. It's
No.
actually kinda-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
it's not
Actually,
good.
He's restrained. Now,
I just can't believe you all passed the fucking check, dude. That would have been.
oh, she's gonna do that.
Kill the ads.
Let Fistjaw handle the odds.
Yeah, Fistjaw.
Who's next? Fistjaw. Fistjaw has a movement of 30 or 20 feet.
It's 30, yeah. Well, it's
30?
supposed to be
Okay.
like 20 when and not in the like a watery area, but right now it's 30. I forgot about that when I was doing the last battle and just made it 30, and so for consistency's sake, I'm gonna keep it 30.
Fistjaw's a level 1 character.
All right. So, what? Okay. Fishjaw still has my giant axe.
Yes, I was waiting for you to notice that.
Okay. Can I go 10 feet this way, grab my axe off Fishjaw, and throw it at Versalin?
Benson will be praying you do
Use
not
my
throw
bonus
poorly.
action to grab the axe off Fishjaw because I have 10 feet of my tentacles are
Yeah.
10 feet extension. And then use my action to throw the axe at Versalin.
That is a possibility.
That sounds
Okay,
based
that's
to
what we're
me.
doing.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, actually.
We're all
Just
desperate,
don't roll
so
poorly.
yeah, just don't roll for it because you
That's
already used your
so
inspiration.
with, 30-foot
with a sudden lurch, Jason breaks several of the smaller tentacles that were just completely petrified by Versalin, leaving frozen squid shards in his former location. Heading towards Fishjaw and extending his larger tentacles to grasp at the giant axe the beast had so nobly carried all this way. Taking hold of it, he whirls around and attempts to throw it at Versalin's head. What check is that?
You would just go to your inventory and
It's just a weapon check.
Like Jason's I don't have. Oh, I have it.
Oh.
Wow.
He planned for this.
Wow.
yeah, then just roll to attack.
Fuck
Oh
me.
shit!
We told you to roll.
Inspiration because it was cool.
Will your god give you guidance here?
Does Fishjaw assist me?
How does
Fistjaw goes, go
Fist
get him,
jaw.
Tiger.
yeah. Oh man, that is just exactly what I thought would happen. But it was
Take
cool.
it, it's not a 9 to hit.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
How is the giant unmoving deity? It's like how is that?
Wait,
No hard
she
to
is
hit.
restrained. She is restrained, and
Yeah,
being
she's
flanked,
still
shouldn't I have advantage?
entanglement.
Yeah, she's entangled and she's very big.
Did
so-
you roll for concentration on the entangle?
and he
I
passed
did, and I
it. Yeah,
passed.
Oh, okay. So,
that's an advantage.
well, I can't remember if restrained is advantage on ranged attacks as
doesn't-
well.
It does say attack rolls against the creature have advantage. If they're
Okay,
restrained.
if it's attack rolls in general and it's not
Okay,
melee
all
specific,
right.
yeah, roll with advantage. Then. Hey,
That's a
There-
14
There
hit.
you go. I think that might hit. Depending
Surely
on
it
the
has
AP.
to. Surely.
All right. Can you roll an athletics check for me?
The Squid Man, please don't fail.
Leaves through Benson.
Ah,
All right. So
Yeah.
if it was
I
high,
would
I would have
so.
given you a bonus to the damage, but it was not high, so just roll the damage.
Hey, it's not too bad.
That's
Nice.
like a row great axe levels of damage, right?
Yeah,
That
that's
is,
very
yeah.
good.
All right. So it'll be to Benson's shock as all of this is happening too fast for him to turn around, and he's still recovering from the great freezing that just occurred to him when Versalin is struck straight across the shoulder with an enormous great axe that will take some time for him to even recognize as being from the bandit fort. After this striking, you'll see Versalin whirl and reel from the assault. More green ichor will spread from the wound, as if reacting to having its blood make contact with the outside world.
Upon making contact with Ursuline, Jason raises his tentacles up, sort of like in challenge, and flashes the symbol of Umberly across his form using his ability to change the color of his skin.
Are you not entertained?
The closest thing a squid can get to a roar without wasting his breath.
Yeah.
All right, Fistjaw.
Attack the skeleton, Fistjaw!
Eat him.
Munch him! Your jaw is fist. Punch!
That's right.
Channel
with jaw.
him. Punch with jaw.
That's gotta hit. That's 12, by the way. Come on.
Yeah.
It's an
Fistjaw's
armored
attack
skeleton, it
was
might
a
not
little
hit.
bit too telegraphed as he roared forward towards the skeleton, only for the shield to be bitten down on instead of its armor.
Kings.
It's
Our rolls
okay,
ain't great.
Mitridites, you.
All right.
Aphrodite will tactically maneuver
Okay.
to get a better position, and then he will cast Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
Hey.
Hmm.
Hey, finally something that's
Yo.
under 2 from Eldritch
Alright.
Blast. Yay.
You blast
Nine.
Ursuline straight across one of her twisted, wicked horns. And while it doesn't come off, it certainly scorches. A very low roar emerges from her broken maw. Shoulder, you are up.
All right. What's the skull situation?
The skull situation is that ever since Fizz's prayer, it seems to be vibrating with a low energy. One that it's been quite a while since you have last felt. Though
All
the
right,
moment is certainly upon you, there's something reminding you of the last time you visited the realm of Jurgle.
I see. All right. Outside of that, is there any way, because of the epicness of the situation, I can trade my inspiration for a charge of bardic inspiration?
I'll allow that.
All right. With that, I would like to cast bardic inspiration, but use it as a Tales from Beyond. This means that I get to roll my 1d6.
How nice. Cool.
And I get to, so I will roll that 1d6 right now.
There's 12 there, though. 12, by the way.
Yeah, it's my bardic inspiration die, and right now it's a 1d6.
Okay.
Eventually
So
becomes
if he
a
was
1d12.
higher level, yeah.
Yes.
then-
Hail of the Angel. We really need that.
All right, I get Tale of the Runaway, which is exactly what we were hoping for.
Oh,
What does that do?
This, so looking through my skull, I listen to the spirits, and the spirits tell me a tale of a man who was maybe in a situation not quite as dire. One that was down an alleyway, surrounded by rival gang members. And he expertly escaped, no matter how bad the situation. So rules is written, I have to use a bonus action to do that, and then I have to use an action to cast it. That seems really lame, but I will run rules as written if we are running with that.
so you
Because regular bardic inspiration, it's just a bonus action, but this is I have to use the bonus action and then the action.
and what all are
That's
you
your
getting
alternate.
out of it from the 4?
So Tale of the Runaway is the target that I choose can immediately use its reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. When the target teleports, it can choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet of it, up to your charisma modifier, to immediately use the same ability.
That's amazing. Holy crap. We can all escape.
My charisma modifier is 2. So if
Well,
I'm
it's only 30
hoping,
feet.
I'm
but-
hoping that I can choose Benson.
Don't choose me.
Benson's not going to move. You know
Benson's not going to teleport.
that. He's yeah. So you can
Choose-
choose somebody else.
Wait, can you make Kyle
Because
faster?
I can't reach Jay. I could choose Kyle to teleport. The hope was that. Yeah, I forgot Benson's Benson. This is
Yeah, he's
so
not going to
lame.
move.
So the
'Cause
plan was you were gonna teleport Benson to safety.
I was gonna have Benson teleport to us, and then Benson was gonna choose you to teleport to us, and then the full action would be to go to Jurgle's realm.
That's actually like really smart. Holy crap, that's brilliant.
And I just hoped that I rolled a 4, but
And you did.
and I did.
How are you gonna use it now?
Ugh.
So I think you have to teleport Benson
This
to
only
you.
matters. This only
Pass a
matters.
speech check to convince him to do that. Plan.
Yeah, that's a lot of actions. I don't think I'm getting all that in one turn. So
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Well,
because Bro hasn't even. I doubt. Can I even use it? Like, are we running rules as written for this?
Well, I think this is fine. I mean, it's very powerful, but I'm for now. I'll think about this more, and for now, we'll just say that for this turn, you have an action. You can do whatever.
Okay.
Or you can make this your action and do something else as the bonus action. That's probably a bit more fair. I don't know if you have anything else you can do as an bonus action that would be good, but that would include like skill checks, item actions, etc.
When I was looking at the Skull of Pencer, did I get the sense it would be teleporting everyone or just me?
You got the sense that the realm of Jurgle was you were likely to visit there on the next available opportunity, not that it was going to teleport you.
Oh,
So
okay, I see.
I think you misunderstood what was going on.
Yes. Okay.
can you teleport the skeleton far into the trees? Like,
Well,
I thought you were-
they choose where to go.
Oh, never mind. Damn.
Yes.
Sad.
Which is why.
Well, Benson would choose to go one square to
Yes.
the left.
Yes, which is why this is a problem. Unless Benson, unless we say that Benson chooses to teleport on top of the thing's head.
Teleport Augustius to teleport the Steel Watch. into the
Teleport
area?
brother.
Wait. Okay. So
All right, now I got it. All right.
if you could teleport the giant squid.
So we said if I do this whole thing in one turn, because I can save this if I don't use it until my next short rest. If I use this whole thing in one turn, it's a full action.
If you use the whole thing in your turn,
Like rolling the die and then choosing the target is just a full action and not a bonus action plus a full action.
yeah, well, full action means you're everything.
Or
so-
sorry,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it's just an action
Yeah,
instead of a bonus action.
Yeah.
All right, so I teleport. Kyle, or I teleport myself, and I choose Kyle and Augustius to come with me, or maybe Kyle and brother to come with me. And
You're
then
gonna
I
leave
use my
Augustius in the middle of the air and he just falls down suddenly.
He just falls 40 feet to the
He'll
ground.
be fine. And then I use then I use my bonus action to just empty the barrel into Vershalin's head.
Empty the
Like,
barrel.
point blank
Where am
range.
I being teleported?
You're gonna
No,
You're
it's
not-
more like where
You're
you're
gonna
not
fall
being
40 feet to the
teleported.
ground.
explain everything again for the teleportation because Augustius did not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Augustius is very
So
confused.
I could use Tail of the Runaway
yeah.
to teleport Kyle, and then hopefully Kyle would choose us. And then we travel with Kyle right next to Versalin, and I empty the barrel of the Skull of Pencer into Versalin's proverbial head.
You are
I'm gonna
taking
be honest, I think the
Augustius.
Skull of Pencer is the DM's. I'm trying not to have a party wipe here, and you're gonna teleport when people start going down.
You
card.
can't
I don't
metagame
think it's.
with-
I'm gonna let you kill the boss for free card.
He just told me that I'm not going to be teleporting.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Augustius is going to kill you.
Yes,
by
that
the
is why I
miracle you
wanted
make
to just
that,
teleport Kyle, but then you would fall down into thin air.
But no, Augustius is not going to fall into thin air. He's when he sees whatever gobbledygook you're doing, he's gonna be like, "What the no? Wherever you're going, I'm going. I'm not. You're not leaving me here."
Well, Kyle would have to choose Augustius.
Both. Yeah. Well, hopefully,
There's too many
you know,
unknowns on choosing people with Kyle.
That's what I'm saying. I could
Being-
choose myself, and then I can just choose these two.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's a much
Sure.
safer option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then where are you
Right.
Don't choose
teleporting?
the spider.
Next to Benson.
Okay.
Man, my party is
Augustius
really-
can choose to teleport with Kyle. He can stay there.
Well,
Augustius can
Augustius
choose
isn't
where to
going.
go.
Augustius is not going. Oh, so I don't have to fall 30 feet.
You could
You do not have to follow
teleport
us.
to the ground or some.
Realistically, I could be the one to go there, and I can leave you two behind.
Oh. Oh God, this is terrible. I was not.
But that's Augustius's choice.
If Augustius, where the hell would Augustius go? Being on the ground sucks. Because if you
on top
teleport
of it,
next
on top
to-
of the crocodile, obviously.
Yeah.
If you teleport next to the god, I can't hit the god anymore, and that's no good. Because then the stupid spider's going to be in the way. Oh man, I can't believe you're making your cleric.
Looks like you're coming with me. All right. Shoulder is thinking upon this tale, and he is choosing himself. He is instantly using his reaction to choose both Kyle and Augustius, and he is bringing Kyle with him to right next to Versalin, and he is letting Augustius decide what to do. But if Augustius is traveling with them,
Fizz would have probably stayed on Kyle if he knew this was going to be the plan.
Yeah, but there was no way for Fizz to know this plan. So.
It was a 1 in 6. Yeah.
Augustius,
and then I
you
wouldn't have
doing?
even been able to choose.
Are you going with them?
You coming with me?
Go with him.
All right. If you don't come with me,
Augustius is in a panic and he doesn't know what the hell's happening. So he just holds on, and wherever the hell he goes, he goes. So wherever they go, he goes.
There we go.
I was gonna say you could just fall to the ground and I could choose Fizz, and Fizz could come with me. All right. And then I would like to use my bonus action to empty the proverbial barrel of the skull of Pencer into Versalin's head.
Augustius hates everyone.
It's okay. Fizz
I'm
also
gonna need
had
an
an insane
Arcana
plan.
check with advantage because she's restrained.
That's a 19.
Oh.
yeah.
That's a 6. All right. Dirty 20 for the Arcana skill check.
26.
Okay. So as you channel the power that has been whatever residual power has been gestated into the skull of Pencer and release it with a sudden force against Versalin, there would have been a roar, but instead there's only a stark silence as the restrained deity's form is struck head first. I'm going to need a 1d10. Aw,
Well, fuck.
Eh?
Of course,
you threed. You Eldritch
That's all the
blasted.
damage, really?
Yeah.
All of that? That's it?
Well, I don't think he remembered
You
that he
did-
literally didn't have any soul in there, so he's lucky to get that.
You
Yeah.
teleported us this close to the deity for a 1d10? Oh,
I had no reason to believe it was a
He
1d10. dude.
teleported that close so that Kyle could bite her.
Yes,
Oh,
Shoulder's
I
going to
thought
end his turn
I
by-
thought something cool was gonna happen.
Well, it was
Just
cool.
call
It was just
40-foot
3.
Spider teleport.
Well,
Alright.
I'll have you let you know that if Fizz can get close enough, he can use Burning Hands at just 3d6.
That is nice. Yeah, that's nice. But
Well, we'll see you in
he-
2 turns, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Shoulder is going to end his turn by chittering the words "bite, then run" to Kyle.
All right, Mithridates, prepare, or not Mithridates, Augustius, prepare, because this.
Augustius is prepared.
All right, this man's
Oh,
going
no.
for it. Bonk. While unsuccessfully striking upon Fistjaw, there's an opportunity for a strike, but yet, despite Fistjaw's attempt, the skeleton lingers away and begins sauntering towards Fizz and the rest of the party over to the west, putting himself between the rest of you and its master.
Dude, Benson can climb on Kyle and then jump on Versalin.
Okay.
Augustius can heal Benson.
Yeah, that's right. You get with a touch.
I do not think that the very low amount of health I am going to spend is worth it. I would rather just hit the evil deity really hard. Because no matter what she does next,
It's
it's
not-
probably going to kill me.
It's the fact that the healing will be able to bring us back when we go down. Because just
Yeah.
because you go down doesn't mean you're dead.
Yeah,
You have to
and I have
double your
Well,
health.
unless you deal 75 damage and then you instant die, but you know.
well, I have spare the dying. So if
I don't know
worst
if you
comes
can
to
heal
worst,
ashes.
Okay, you have. Spare
I
the dying?
was going to cast Sanctuary on Benson from far away and like keep him alive another turn. Fuck's sake.
Oh, I forgot. I
You
had
said
fucking
you said you
blessed.
wanted to come with me. I would have just brought Fist Fist.
Bro, I forgot I had blessed.
But you don't know, like I don't think like as like in character that you would have known any of this. Like it's just like you're doing this in seconds, so you're not gonna like know.
Yeah.
You're gonna like
No, that's-
do immediately what's closest to you. Like,
No,
oh
that's
fuck, I gotta go. So yeah, man.
Well, Sanctuary would only have kept him alive after his turn, so the turn order kind of screws you over with that. Because he would attack, right?
Damn.
So
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that would have been.
you can
Man,
do
I
that.
thought it was doing really cool.
You can do that to somebody who you don't think is going to attack, but may die.
Yeah.
Like Kyle. No, not Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle attacks right before Versa.
Yeah,
It would have to be someone who goes after
So
Versa,
like Jason.
like Shoulder.
no, Jason's
Shoulder.
going to attack,
Shoulder.
so I'm not worried about
Dude,
that.
shoulder would be a great idea.
I'm not worried about shoulder right now.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Kyle will be running away, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not worried about him. So, I have, I'm going to consider that Shambler, Benson, and Kyle are all, for the purposes of Leader's Luxury, in front of me. They are allies between me and my target.
Sure, yeah. Well, Kyle and Shoulder are. Benson's a bit
Okay.
off to the side. So.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. And my proficiency bonus is 2, right? Or is that wisdom?
Yeah, it's 2. Proficiency bonus
What do I
is
even
2. I
see?
don't know.
Yeah, prof bonuses too.
Oh, okay. Where even do I see that? I don't even know where I see proficiency bonus, but whatever.
In details underneath your character. Like underneath the picture.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. So I'm going to add that. So I'm going to use Pack Alpha and Leader's Luxury, which is a bonus action. Apparently, even though I have a use, it says I don't, so you're gonna have to fix that DM.
Which one is it?
Pack Alpha. I have a use for that.
Yeah.
One last.
Yeah, it's my last one for Pack Alpha.
Okay, try now.
Okay, there we go. We're gonna use that, and then we are going to basically point blank. And I don't know if Kyle is taller than the god or at level, but we're both big, and Kyle's bigger. So
Yeah, we'll say you
Uh,
are
how-
eye level with Versalin, so
I
You
don't get
specifically.
any. Oh, okay.
like while you're on top of Kyle, you're eye level.
Do I get any accuracy for being this close, or no? That doesn't affect spells,
You
but
have-
like,
You
so
have
big.
advantage
If it's an attack roll, it's
Oh, right.
advantage because she's restrained.
Okay, so I have advantage and then a +2 on top of that. So I'm going to consume Guiding Bolt, which this was a love. So 3 + 2, right? That is correct.
What do you mean by 3
What?
+ 2?
I don't know. It says 1d20 + 3 + 2. I don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah,
it
that's
says
fine.
that.
Yeah, that's the check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then advantage.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
That
shit.
hits. That hits.
That hits.
But it hits.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That hits. And now we roll damage.
46.
All right. 15.
Not
Augustius, furious, livid,
Far too
you know,
close to a god.
just far too close to an evil deity. He never wanted to come and he wanted to run away. And absolutely furious at everything. Invokes the name of his deity, of the was it seven-tailed dragon god of justice, and hurls holy bolts into Versalin's face, cursing her back to the abyss.
The bolts
Is he
crash
being
against
motivated?
Versalin's form, illuminating it for just a moment before shadows seem to swallow the impact. Versalin stands, a low rumble echoing from within its form, not even coming from its mouth now, but instead from its distended chest cavity, its beating heart continuing to throb.
You're right,
Despite your
Augustius.
assaults.
I wouldn't be worried about shoulder.
Yeah, I'm worried about all of us. I'm worried about
What about
everybody. Well, you know, it's been a nice 4 sessions with Augustius. So
That's right.
That's accurate.
yeah,
Another 5 points of
Another
healing.
5 points of healing.
Alrighty.
I just hope I die in a cool way and not something lame.
So, Benson, looking frail and defeated, covered in patches of ice, there is a pulse of light from within him, and then it explodes as the light of the blade resurges, and he holds it to the sky, and he says, Lathander, I will not fall under your gaze. And he pumps an additional 9 points of healing into himself.
Ooh, okay.
Damn, there you go. See, you don't need me.
I'll go ahead and add that for you. You have moved
Oh my
yourself
god, he
from-
climbs aboard Kyle.
Is he actually moving away? Is he having a moment of clarity?
He's just getting into a better tactical position.
Oh, I
Lay on
see.
hands as my action. Am I able to use the minor healing potions as a bonus action, or are those?
Yeah,
an
item
action?
actions are bonus actions. So if you want to drink another one, they won't stack. So
We should probably like move away in case we get AoE'd. You know what I'm saying? Like only,
Yeah, I'm
only
not
other
I'm
side.
sorry, brother. I'm not a bitch.
Yeah, I can't wait for all of us to die together. You know.
Another
So.
6 points of healing.
baby.
Oh boy.
Always full health. Are you
Good job.
actually-
See, I am elated. I did not heal him.
well, he had to
Yeah.
use everything that he had for that.
Yeah, I know, but it's worth it because then I wouldn't have been able to deal 15 damage, and yeah.
Yeah.
Completely reinvigorated and shining with the light of Lathander, Benson will shimmy around slightly to the side of Versalin, and then he will raise his shield and blade, taking a defensive stance, but out of actions.
Okay.
Let's go, Steel Watch. Be a problem, baby.
The Steel Watch assumes the same position that the
No!
Yeah.
That was
that
what we wanted
Benson
to
was
do.
using earlier.
Please roll high. Please roll high. Please roll high.
Was the
I
Steel
did.
Watch blessed?
And not
Who got the
bad.
blessing?
What'd you say?
So Benson has maintained his bless this whole time.
Yeah.
One of the targets was me. Who was the other two?
It was Kyle and the Steel Watch.
Oh, so Steel Watch has 1d4 for that.
Cool.
I don't know if it's on damage though. Also, I don't see an effect from Bless on Steel Watch. I thought
And
it
then
was
for some reason, when I used the scroll, it gave me a protection from good and evil status instead of bless.
I've got Bless from. No, you have protection from good and evil for somebody else. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh no, you're
casting,
concentrating on that. Yeah, okay. Well, that's just the concentration part. You didn't bless Steel Watch. You blessed Mithridates. Mithridates has bless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I, don't,
Mithridates had a
I
bless.
definitely didn't cast protection though.
Yeah. That sounds.
That was
like,
from way earlier with
that's
the
like
the
su-
NPCs.
It's fine for you to just still use that as the concentration check though, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right. Well, with that, brother is desperate to maintain eye contact. Oh wait, no, wait. There's a skeleton he can attack. Hold on. Brother is enraged that something is
There
in
you go.
between him and Benson.
Go, brother. No, he
broke
really
it, dude.
rolled
Yeah.
poorly. He's so upset about Benson. He
He
can't
could flank
concentrate.
though. He could flank. Are we? I don't know if flanking is still the same. I know you said you were going to change that.
He doesn't flank.
I see.
Damn, poor,
Minus
poor
four.
little
I like
doggy.
the minus.
-4 is insane.
Yeah, that is.
He is a dog.
He is a dog. Yeah. Go yeah, go horse attack. Yeah, please.
Another vicious mockery horse.
The
Or
horsey,
maybe something slightly better this time.
the demon horse is laughing at the goat lady. It was.
I can't wait till we win this fight so I can get vicious monkey.
What is
These are
that?
Dota sound effects.
Yes, they are.
Oh, does that pass?
Something
It has to
takes
pass.
hold of Versalin, but it's not immediately clear what it might be. Fizz, you are up, my friend.
Horse god? God of horse?
Dude, horse
This
god.
is very upset that the skeleton has gotten in his way. And he's going to say, "Get out of my way, bonehead!" And he's going to cast
There you
Bring Down
go.
on him.
There you go.
Let's
Get it.
go.
Get it! Fuck him up, bitch face!
Yeah,
He's
bone
gonna
head.
be.
Oh,
I'm
you
trying to
just
do it
lit brother
the-
on fire!
No, I don't
Brother's
know how
dead.
that works.
You don't know how that
It's on fire! Ahmed!
Why did you?
I don't know how to.
That was really good.
Dude.
How
Holy shit.
do I place it correct?
No. Poor brother.
Because I try to drag, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to change the angle. Oh, do I? Oh, okay. You
Stop,
made it
stop,
play
he's
with
already
You can scroll. There you go.
He freaking see poor brother twice. No
I
wonder
didn't mean to
Vincent.
cook, brother.
All right, so now that you're done
Vincent is
cooking,
going to
brother,
kill you.
there is there's a damage option that you can now click because he did not pass.
Oh yeah, he rolled it now. One, it looks
Yeah.
like, or something.
No, he rolled
Anyway.
he just rolled a 6.
9
Wow.
damage.
That's incredible. That's incredibly mid. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
both of us rolled mid.
That was
Both of us
literally
rolled mid.
perfectly mid. Holy
I could have gotten 24. I got 15. You could have gotten 18. You got 9. This was great. Wonderful.
Oh, I don't think I was targeting him.
That's okay. I applied it already. So the skeleton will be
Okay.
singed and scorched, but still functioning.
Okay.
Bonus action shove.
The giant
This
skeleton.
Bonus action.
The tiny kobold. I think he
Dude,
would
yeah,
like
bonus action grappled by just jumping on his head.
Bonus action kicks his bony shin really hard.
And then jumps around
Makes
on one
us
foot
yell
because it's hurt.
Yeah,
really bad.
yeah,
'Cause it's fucking bone.
Ow, ow, ow! I said, get out of my way, bonehead!
Can I bonus action shove?
Please,
Baldur's Gate 3
please!
moment. Baldur's Gate 3 moment.
Big time Baldur's Gate 3 moment.
Since he's a size higher than you, it will be disadvantaged. Size bigger than
That's fine. It's
I mean,
athletic,
what-
probably.
Shouldn't you like move or something instead?
Nah, if I move, I'm gonna. Well, I guess
attack
I
of
just
opportunity is
move
disadvantaged.
Yeah, so no. So you bonus action shove, and then you try and move anyway if it doesn't work. Are you gonna shove him onto?
it. Shove him into brother now. Maybe I'll just move around him and just take the disadvantage attack. 5, 10, 15.
Okay, so
20,
you're invoking the attack
25.
of opportunity is what I'm
Yeah.
Man.
He
Dodge
misses.
underneath the
There you
Easy.
go.
Warhammer.
Easy for a kobold.
Are you
I
getting
think
back
that's the
on
end
Kyle?
of his turn. Nah, he's not doing that for right now. Well, would that be a bonus action?
Trying to climb all the way up Kyle would definitely be more than just movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
'Cause you-
big.
Yeah, you guys would have to do actually.
Yeah. Because he's 40 feet up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I probably can't do that this turn, which is fine.
All right.
So I'm gonna end my turn. It'll be Kyle's turn.
Bite and
All right,
run.
Kyle. Bite and run. Bite and run.
Those are the orders.
You're goddamn right.
My girlfriend says, guys, please don't kill Augustius.
Yeah,
Just-
max damage, baby.
The
There
mandibles
you go.
of Kyle sink into Versalin's withered form. More ichor sprays as the teeth remove themselves. And Kyle indeed begins to do the second part of his orders.
Wisdom. Why is Augustius's thing left there?
He has poison too, right?
No.
Augustius's token is faded and left.
That's that tells you where you started the turn. So it's like
Oh,
showing
I didn't
you.
even know.
Yeah.
That's was that with the. I'm just the enlarge. He gets an extra 1d4 damage. I don't know if that. I don't know what his normal bite roll is.
No, I did not add. I didn't know he got the damage as well. But there you go.
Yeah, 12.
One more damage.
Hey, you know, it would have been so funny if that killed her. Like, that was it. Boom! And you've killed Versalin. Good job, guys.
Dude, Kyle's so smart today. He hid behind the
Stage
rocks,
3,
too.
she gets another cone of cold.
Maybe Kyle doesn't want to die.
I love Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's like, these guys are idiots.
Dude, I should have PayPal'd my brother today to not kill Kyle.
I have PayPal.
Thinking of that.
Augustius is safe.
PayPal.com?
PayPal.com.
co-fi.com/this industry.
Oh, wait, I did that for Cosmonarchy. Does that matter? Does it matter?
It's not
yeah, Kyle.
That yeah. We just got
I
through.
can't believe showing that on stream. That's hilarious.
You made my plug for me. Thanks. Well, so Versalin has been reeling from all of these attacks, but at last will finally seemingly burst from the ensnare that has restrained her for so long.
I see.
Use another net.
Quick, Kyle Weber. Move Earth doesn't sound like a fun ability I want to be a part of.
Nope, sure don't. Sure don't.
Dude, why is this god so hard to kill, man?
I know. Why is it? It's been like
railroading.
Oh no!
No, Fizz!
Yeah. Well, Fizz might actually die.
No! No!
Oh, thank God I'm not in it.
Benson, you will look on in awe as the earth begins to swallow itself, and with it, Fistjaw, Jason, the Steel Watch, and Fizz all begin to tumble as the earth sinks several feet. 20 feet deep, in fact, a trench insurmountable by probably all of their forms. I actually don't think any of you have climbed.
I'm a squid.
No.
I have suction cups. I could try.
Better start rolling some acrobatic checks, buddy.
Roll dexterity
Can I
and
use my
acrobatics,
reaction
Fizz.
to grab onto a tree and pull myself out?
Well, so basically, the changes do proceed somewhat slowly, right? So that there is that, but it's over 6 seconds. So there you go.
Fizz. Just roll out of the way.
Yeah, so can I burn my reaction? To
None of the trees
grab
are
onto
nearly
the tree
strong
that's 10
enough
feet
for
away.
you to hold yourself up.
Since Fizz is only 5 feet, does he get a reaction? He has to make an acrobatics check.
Let's see.
That is up to the DM.
It's only 5 feet of movement, you know.
I mean, yeah, he could easily just like, oh, he's a kobold. He's so nimble.
I don't see anything here about a
In this
reaction,
campaign before,
TBH.
I took that
Yeah, who cares about the rules, DM? You're the demiurge.
Yeah.
You make the rules.
Who cares about the rules?
I don't see anything
Yeah,
here.
we say fighting a god.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see anything
exactly.
here in the How to Play as a God manual that says anything about needing to give you guys extra rules. Jason, it's your turn.
But you're above
Okay,
the
so
god.
what does this
you know?
spell actually do?
It sinks you 20 feet into the ground.
So I
It
can't move.
literally shapes the entire Earth 20 feet down. I mean, I could choose
No,
exactly.
you can move, but you can't go back up.
Yeah, it's like the border of this area.
We're now in a pit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're now in a
you
Oh, but
are in
I'm
a pit.
giant squid. Like I should actually be able to lift myself out of this.
I don't think you're
Like,
big. I think
logically
you're.
speaking. Squids are very agile creatures and are able to get in. Are able to.
Yeah,
get
but you
up
don't.
things. Like, they
I'm
climb
just
over
pointing
tanks
out
and
you don't
live.
have any climb, dude. So, that's all.
I mean, you could get really close to the edge and then whack her with the
you have the.
No.
You don't have 20 feet
You
of
gotta,
reach though. So.
you gotta throw
Oh.
fist jaw. Throw fist jaw.
yeah. Throw fist jaw. A fist jaw opens its mouth.
Yeah.
Now, that's a meme, right? But unironically, in
That's like the only
previously
thing
in
you
this
can do.
campaign, when I first turned into a squid, I picked up a giant alligator that I had killed and threw it in victory. Right?
Yeah. It didn't go very far.
Bro,
but you
could
did do
no,
that.
no, fist jump.
Throw fist out of
You
the
had
hole.
to get closer. Well, yeah.
No,
I
He
mean,
doesn't have enough
that.
movement for the fist throw.
Yeah.
He's got the link so he can. Like,
I don't have
he's-
enough movement for Fizz, but I could throw Fish Jaw into the fight.
If you wanted to
Well,
throw,
move.
if for whatever reason the quest was to throw Fizz, you could move somewhat, prepare an action, and then Fizz could come towards you on Fizz's turn. But that would be that would require you to prepare your action.
I'd throw
for it.
Fish Jaw right now
Okay, well,
for the
well,
immediate effect of throwing an alligator because his turn is next, right?
Yes.
So I could legit get more DPS over there by grabbing Fish Jaw and throwing it.
Okay. Well, if you decide to do that, you'll need to bring Fistjaw a bit closer because your reach is not going to exceed 20 feet. So you basically need to grab Fistjaw and then go to the edge of the pit, basically, like beside the.
What's funny is
I
I'm
don't
pretty
see
sure
the edge of the pit.
Kyle could have climbed out of the pit.
Yeah,
mean,
Kyle
throwing
could have
him,
climbed. He's a
like,
spider. Yeah.
lobbing him in the air.
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm throwing him out of the pit.
That's 20
Yeah,
feet.
he's saying you can't throw him that far. Yeah.
I threw him farther in.
You
that
threw him
fight.
10 feet.
Well, look.
All right. Where did you start from? Where did you start from?
You can see the hollow. It's
So just go here. You have 10 feet of movement. Yeah. Go here. Reach 10.
Throw.
Right.
Yeah.
Reach
I
10
could-
and then throw
yeah.
10.
It works. I'm just telling you that's where you gotta
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right,
Throw-
fine.
Then throw 20. Yeah.
Okay. So
All right, Fish Jaw, prepare
is
yourself,
Fish
little
Jaw
buddy.
a willing creature?
For now,
Missile
Fistjaw's a
jaw.
willing creature. Yeah.
Missile jaw.
Missile Jaw. Missile Jaw.
Oh
Okay,
no.
what's my check here? Is it athletics or?
Give me 1
I rolled
second.
for
It
you.
sounds like something stupid is happening. I'll be right back.
Bang.
That's the stupid baby.
Yes, that is indeed the stupid.
Well, that's what we're talking about. That's what we want. All right, Fish Jaw, kill the god.
Dude, God had to go intervene for within his house for a moment.
Oh, okay, understandable.
Quick, 3 crows, start DMing and make us win this match.
Yes, quickly. And
All of
then,
this, so Fizz
and then
Fizz can't-
Lathandar and Salius descended both at the same time from the heavens, and they both smited Ursula at the same time. They skewered her.
Hey, all right, Benson. If it looks like you're gonna die, or if any of us look like we're gonna die, and it's Versalin's turn, I'm going to. I'll get on the Wi-Fi app and I'll turn my brother's Wi-Fi off. All right.
Hey, perfect. There you go. There you go. Clever.
I don't remember.
Shoulder
what turn it was.
dematerializes.
We weren't doing anything. We weren't talking about anything. We were.
All right.
Okay, so
The giant octopus rolled. a
21 for
21.
the athletics.
Yep. Okay.
Enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that's an extra foot.
I can't really do anything with my bonus action. Can I like?
Oh my God, he hits.
Feel happy.
Fish Jaw hit.
It's he does 9.
Come on,
So
like
what-
he
what
doesn't
did you
do
say?
like.
Shoulder.
He was trying to.
He's trying to what?
He was trying to animal handling to make Fistjaw happy with his
Oh.
bonus action.
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
What is,
like morale check for Fishjaw, you know?
what is Fish Jaw attacking?
Versalin, because he got Chuck
I'm
Cutter.
throwing him. Anyway,
Oh,
he's a
you're
weapon.
throwing him.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Three crow just woke up.
Fishjaw, you're inspired.
Fistjaw inspiration.
Perfect.
He uses it to not
Perfect.
die.
Yeah,
Yeah, smart.
that'll probably have to be what it is the next turn.
Yep.
All right, that's my turn, baby. I
right.
turned Fishjaw into a missile.
Jump, Fish Jaw. If you die, I hope
But
there's
the
an animal
second bite
heaven.
does not hit. Very unfortunate.
no.
And he can't move
It's-
because he's at the edge of the pit. Mitridites, you just watched several of your friends sink into the earth, and then Fistjaw sailed out. So,
I just imagining this in a movie or something. Like, you know, wow, a giant oversized crocodile.
yeah, it's basically like
this all took place in
It's-
6
it-
seconds. So all you see is this pit form, right?
Yeah.
And all your fins drop in,
Yeah.
and then immediately the giant alligator flies out,
soaring
spinning
like a
death
missile.
roll, and bites Versalin.
That's right.
I imagine he's got his like little alligator like back legs behind him, and they're just like wiggling as he flies through the air.
I like to imagine he flies out like a javelin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Just like
Remember, the skeleton's also over there.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, this is a very serious fight. Okay.
what
Yeah,
is
very
not
cool.
serious about a Fistjaw swan
That
dive?
hits.
Yes.
Three.
No. Three,
Oh,
by the way.
See, Augustus, you were mad about my 3. Look at his 3.
I wasn't mad. I was just disappointed.
Weren't we all?
All right. Shoulder. You.
That's a good question, Foundry. What would I like to do?
Oh, you should use your song thing and teleport people out. Oh wait, you can't. You already did that.
I already
Never
used
mind.
No,
Yeah.
you only do it once. Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
I don't have another inspiration to trade for another bardic inspiration. So.
Acrobatic up the cliff behind her.
Can I take Augustius's bardic inspiration back?
yes. Augustus is a singer. He loves to sing.
No, I gave him the last bardic inspiration I used was on you, and I was just memeing about taking it back.
Oh, that's right. I
Um,
have inspiration. Yeah, I should use that. If I only had a spell. Oh well.
How much higher is this is this cliff face than me?
Well, you're on Kyle, so you actually have vision, but I can't do that in Foundry. So what do you want to do?
All right, I was either gonna sneak around the back and stab Versalin, like on a jump attack.
Okay.
But
Do it.
That sounds kind of spooky.
It is scary.
Or I was gonna shoot the skeleton to try and help out brother.
Could do that
If
as
you're
well.
on her back, you can't do it. She can't do AoE to you when she targets us.
You should probably
Or she can
help
just turn
brother.
around and swat him out of the air like a fly.
You
know?
might
What
need
did
to.
Chris
But
say?
then she's not dealing damage to the rest of us.
He said
I
you should
can't-
help
I
brother.
can't-
Either way, it
Chris said you should help
increases
brother.
everyone's odds.
Okay, thank you. I heard it the third time. All right. Benson decreed it so. This is his fault.
He's not looking at you, so you can roll with. Wait, you have +4 because you're 40 feet in the air. All right.
Oh, nice! You made it. You hit her.
Now one to the advantage roll, so it's a 14 on the skeleton.
Yeah. Fistjaw
Yeah.
had one of those. The arrow soars from Kyle's, behind, and unfortunately bounces off of the skeleton that's behind.
I don't think I have anything for a bonus action.
Give those.
Oh, I can
items.
throw a bomb.
Yeah, throw a bomb. Throw a bomb at the giant god, please.
While your
I don't
friends
think
are
he
around.
can.
Can I
Just
see giant?
fireball.
Can I see giant bomb or giant god?
Giant bomb. You can see giant guy.
Lord have mercy.
I wish a better man would have fucking identified these bombs at some point. I just didn't. But the frog bomb I found was filled with white smoke, right?
That's right.
I'm frog bombing the giant god.
Alrighty. In that case,
Do I also get a +4 here?
well, you're targeting a space, so you just have to throw a. There's no check for this.
Oh,
Bonk.
Bonk.
I'm glad they had an
Um,
animation for that. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Yeah, no. they went above and beyond.
And then roll damage dice.
Yeah, you don't need to roll damage dice because it's not a damage attack.
Yeah, it's a smoke bomb. Frog bomb.
Ooh.
It's gonna fog up the area, and we won't be able to see Verslin anymore.
Nice.
But Versa won't be able to see you.
Oh, cool. Now Augustus can't hit her.
You don't have any spells.
I have cantrips. I have cantrips.
Yeah, well, kill the fucking idiot. Dude, this guy sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, I am not worried about the skeleton that cannot hit brother.
Well, that's the only thing you can hit right now, brother.
Brother, I suck.
Dude,
Brother attempts to
brother-
strike, but the skeleton's armor is just a little bit too tough. And it moves round to once again put itself in front of Mithridates.
Why did my draconic cry go away? I'm supposed to have one of those, and it says I have 0. That's
It
weird.
says you have one.
Oh.
I don't know. I have 2 again, so even though I just used one.
That's weird. Okay, so yeah.
No, you
I
used
mean-
all of your pack alphas. You've got one draconic
Yeah, I
cry.
know, but if I take that to 0, then it gets rid of my other one for some strange reason.
Why is
You take one
there?
to 0.
Oh, you fixed it. Okay, good. You fixed it. Okay, so I do not believe I can cast anything but my cantrips and Draconic Cry, and casting Draconic Cry right now is useless to me. So, yeah, I like Sacred Flame. Is that like a bolt? Is that basically what that is, or is it like a?
It's a
Because I know
seal.
where the god is. I know where they are.
I think
don't
you have
know
to see. I think you have to see her for Sacred Flame.
A creature that you
Okay.
can see within range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and I cannot see her because you threw the smoke bomb.
Well,
Okay.
let me see the exact wording here. Hold on. So this smoke bomb, yeah. So the area is heavily obscured, lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it. So yeah.
Okay.
Can't see.
All right, well, I will target the only thing. Augustus is frustrated by the fact that he can't help kill the god. Takes out his anger on the stupid, dumb, twaddling, clumsy skeleton.
Twaddling. That should be IRL vicious mockery. Twaddling.
No, he takes that damage. You disgusting. I use my inspiration.
No,
Just
no,
kidding.
he takes no damage.
He takes no
I use my
damage 'cause
inspiration to
it's
give him
cantrip.
disadvantage.
Yeah, this is literally just the biggest
I know.
slop of a character.
Oh, so nothing happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
he takes
Well,
no damage. Your attack is insufficient.
That just makes Augustus angrier.
That's right.
I don't think there's anything else I can do. Sadly.
You could try to
Uh,
dismount Kyle.
That
That's
cliff
about it.
there and flank Versalin so that when
Yeah,
the
you
fog
could get
does
on the
go, you have
cliff.
advantage.
Cure wounds, blast, scouting bolt. No, I don't know. That's good. I guess mend. Haha. No, I can't. I can't even do that. Yeah, I think that is my turn because all my other spells, I do believe, because casting Voice of Authority requires a spell, and Orders Demand, all it would do is charm her not to attack me, even if I pass
You,
that.
you could inspire me so I could get another bardic inspiration. Wink.
How do I inspire you? Oh no, that's Pack Alpha, and I'm out of
you're
those.
out
I'm
of that.
sorry.
Okay, never mind.
All right, that's Augustia's turn. Nothing
not-
happened.
It's not
Very
how you
sad.
would have used it anyway.
Something ever happens.
Nothing ever
And
happens.
nothing ever happens.
Benson, you're through the thick fog. You can barely make out the silhouette.
Final heal.
There you go. You can barely make out the silhouette of Versalin and also the steel watch that still stands by your side, ready to strike.
Does the 40 feet of light from my sword make any difference?
It doesn't stop it gives the smoke an interesting glow, but it doesn't actually let you see further in it.
Oh, okay, so shoulder fucking nerfed me.
Yeah, he murphed everybody.
Yeah, that made the fight more difficult, I think.
Well,
It made an escape more easy,
That's true.
which is the only thing I've been trying to do this whole battle.
The escape, the backup, the walk away.
If you wanted to do that, I could have just cast Fog Cloud the whole time.
Alright, Benson is not dissuaded. Having been healed back to full health, he is more determined than ever to slay the beast before him, even if he cannot see it. And he thrust his sword into the fog at the silhouette of Versalin.
All right, go ahead and roll. You can roll like normal. There's no penalty.
She's not even moving. I mean, how hard can it be? Just a big giant thing. How do you miss it?
The big giant god.
Big nat
That's how
20
you
here.
Big crit.
Big crit. Oh.
All right, that hits.
Oh, it does. Holy crap.
Yeah, it hits. It's just not.
Yeah, she doesn't actually have very high AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a wizard.
A bunch of health.
Yeah. What do you think she is? A god?
Yeah.
All right.
Points of slashing.
Yeah, you slash. You feel the blade make contact once again with this twisted beast, and another low, staggered growl exudes from the fog.
I wonder how bloodied this thing is.
I have no idea, but I have a feeling it's going to be a few more turns.
Steel Watch hits a crit here.
Oh man, it's rolling super well, so that's cool.
It is. It's doing real good.
Thank you, Steel Watch.
Steel Watch is carrying. I'm not gonna lie.
A louder,
Double arigato, Mr. Roboto.
a louder and more deafening growl, almost belching into a roar at the end, emerges from the fog as another blade slashes through and pierces Versalin.
DM, real quick question. I still haven't found out what are the dots above a character's head mean.
That is people targeting it.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Oh, I see. Right, our colors affect. Gotcha. Thank you.
Dude, this
Still can't fight the skeleton.
Despite Brother flanking the skeleton, it seems insufficient to breach its defenses, and Brother just growls loudly, enough for even Benson to hear.
All right, surely Horse Lord can hit this skeleton.
Can Horse Lord turn on?
You can insult a skeleton.
Well,
Yeah.
You bony wee prick, I'm gonna send you back to the charnel house.
Just tell him that he's got no calcium in his bone.
I like how half of that accent was just unintelligible.
That's most
Real
Scottish
Scottish.
people
I
too.
think I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to it, laddie.
Yes, that is most Scottish people.
Jesus Christ, that's...
What is that? What is that? Shh. What does that sound? It's scary.
He cast Turn Undead.
That was
The skeleton is enveloped, wreathed in swirling magic from an unknown source, and when the pulsing, glowing magic fades, so too does the summon.
Nice, thank you,
That's
horsey
cool.
guy. Now, can you kill the god for us, please?
That's not what I meant.
Like, skeleton's not scary. The god is scary. But
Well,
we think.
I would like to make it known we've hit the god more than we've hit the skeleton.
Yeah, I know that's really funny.
Yeah, this goes
Yeah.
harder to hit, that's true. Is there any way I can climb up to closer to Versalin?
Come to me. I'll use my reaction to throw you.
Yeah, I think you'd have to work with your buddy Squid here, and you also can't see Versalin, so it makes it harder to do anything from a range.
Yeah, no, that's
you could
what.
climb
Yeah.
the squid and see Versalin.
You
Well,
can't because
see
of the fog.
cloud.
No, I
There's the
can't
fog.
because of the fog. Yeah.
You
frog.
could certainly try to get a good. You could climb atop, you know,
My god, it was a
Say
frog pun the whole time. Fog and frog.
frog the fog.
So I can't like try to climb up on this square here.
The pit is very sheer, so it's as if
Yeah.
somebody took like went into Blender and just selected a face and extruded it in. There's no.
Yeah,
Damn.
there's no elevation.
I just explained
So I
it
just
with
literally
Blender.
can't do anything. Okay.
Yeah, time to get thrown, buddy.
I guess throw me Jason.
Yeah, you can specifically tell Jason as squid form, which is funny because this is the first time you've interacted with Jason squid form. That you can tell him.
Well, I did see him throw fist jaw, so it does make sense that Fizz would be like, "Well, throw me next time."
But where do you want to be thrown? Is the question. That's what you would say.
So any square where I could actually be adjacent to Ursuline.
Adjacent?
Yes.
So
I don't know if there's any squares
There's
open.
nowhere where I can say unless I'm aiming to send you all the way up here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is...
I mean, I could try it. You're very light. If I can throw Fish Jaw 20 feet up...
Well, no, this whole bottom row is...
little ass.
You could do this, but you can't see that, so... That's the
Yeah,
problem.
the problem is you can't see
Right
any
here.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming the smoke doesn't go all the way up the cliff, right?
Well, if it's a problem with him being able to see, he could probably throw me up here, maybe.
Throw you where? Oh, yeah, off to the side. Outside of the fog.
Yeah, because at least that would be, up on
I could
the
throw you
higher
here.
area. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Jason
Do I
will burn his
probably
reaction
have to
to
wait
throw
till
you
his
there.
turn for it to be thrown, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to train
well then-
to react throw.
That's right. So I think that's the end of my turn then, because I can't do anything else.
You could prepare an
You
action
could
while
climb
you're
on me.
mid-air, but, that's about it. I don't know if you...
Ooh!
Dude, the juggle attack. You don't get thrown out of the pit at all. He just keeps juggling you in the air, and you keep
In the air, and I keep
while you're in there.
What's the range on your fire attack?
Which fire? Fire bolts. I have 120 foot range, but burning hands I wouldn't be able to use because it's a 15-foot cone, and I would hurt Benson if I tried to use it, unless I move around him.
Firebolt then. I can throw you in
That's
the air, you
120
prep.
feet.
Okay, you prep the action so that when I throw you in the air, you shoot.
Well, the problem is I can't see her, so I don't even know if I can target her unless I get into the cloud.
All right, so what you can do is prep to shoot if the next enemy you see, and then even when if the fog
Okay, yeah,
dissipates somewhere in between that, you can still burn you're burning your prepped action on that, right?
So I'll prep my action to firebolt the first enemy I see.
There you go.
No, he's gonna. No.
He's gonna spawn some more
You
stuff.
fell for it, dude.
We just killed the skeleton. Like, I'm not an idiot.
Shoulder, you didn't give Kyle any direction, so he's still
going
running.
to ask him to stay there.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Don't waste DPS. Have him go on the cliff and bite Versalin from the rear. He's a spider. He can climb cliffs.
Okay, I'll ask him to go on the cliff. He's not going to ask him to climb into the fog because he has no idea what it looks like in there. So right there is fine.
Okay. Let's do this.
Now you have even more high ground advantage too, because you're up the cliff and you're 40 feet in the air.
It's probably like an even 60, even 100.
Classic.
Yeah.
Good old +6 to my attacks.
So Versalin can't see through the fog because she's not taller than the fog?
Yeah, she doesn't know we're there. She don't know.
Yeah, that's
Even if
mostly
you're-
what I meant.
Unless she's a god and she just has blind sight, but you know.
Even if you're taller than the fog, it doesn't mean you can look down into the fog. And
No,
see through it.
I was mostly talking about Kyle, but yeah, that too. That doesn't sound good.
It does not sound good at all.
I bet you she's summoning more stuff.
God's healing.
Please don't heal. I don't want this to
I
be
hope
an
she
entire
shoots.
session.
That's like no damage.
I don't want a whole combat sessions. Please.
What do you think we're seeing
I
another
don't
map?
think-
Oh,
Oh, she's gonna
dude,
scorching ray all three
she
of them.
missed. All right, that probably hits.
Yeah, 18 definitely hits.
That also probably hits.
Yeah.
She missed Benson.
So
she missed the main
she
character.
did. Yeah, she did miss Benson, so that was good.
Bishop!
Yeah, if it's
I
John.
noticed there's no minus on that. Oh.
Rest in peace,
Oh.
Bishop.
Oh yeah, she's upcasting it, I think.
She sure is.
If she was upcasting, she'd
Dog
have
dead.
4 or more attacks.
Go to the Istramus in the sky, reserved for great alligator heroes.
Bye-bye, Fistjaw.
There's a roar from what you must all imagine to be Fistjaw as a sudden scent of burning flesh and scorched metal fill the air. Benson, the fire licked towards you as well, but your armor, or perhaps your will, defeated it in its attempt to strike you. Yet, as you refocused, it seemed as if the silhouette of Versalin had risen beyond your immediate reach. The creature was now flying several feet in the air.
Fuck.
Well,
So, is she out of the fog and visible now?
No, the line of sight of the fog is such that you cannot see Versalin.
It is a 20-foot sphere, which means it also goes 20 feet into the air.
It's in the pit as well with you. Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
past corners. It does all sorts of.
Yeah.
This fog is so fucking terrible. Why did you do this?
because he didn't identify them, and it was a hope and a prayer, and
That's
it was
right.
a very
There's
bad
a whole
one.
other stage after this. We're fucking dead.
I am tired.
Classic.
Well,
I just hope she doesn't have blind sight.
by the way, is my axe down here? Or
It's buried next to her, so like it's not in the pit. It like slashed her and then hit the ground adjacent to her, which is not part of the pit.
okay. All right, Fizz. Do I throw you here or do I throw you up the cliff?
Can you throw me that far?
Can you see Kyle?
I mean, I threw Fishjaw, a hundreds of pounds
Well,
animal.
Yeah, well, that's
All the
up
way
to
here.
Pro, though.
You're like, you're
Small.
small.
What is the question? I don't think I understand.
How far
what's
can you throw?
What's the max range I can throw Fizz?
So it's 20 feet for Fistjaw, who's a large creature. So size is like a big consideration, and weight is also a big consideration. So we'll say at least 60 feet for Fistjaw.
For Fizz.
For Fizzfizz?
Yeah, Fizzfizz, yeah.
So 60 feet can get you on the cliff.
60 feet. Kyle.
Yeah, on the cliff would be good.
I don't want him to be in AoE range because he's a tiny
That's
little
fair.
caster.
At least 50
At least
feet for
50 feet
Fizz.
for Fizzfizz, that's right.
Three Crow's brain is working overtime for these puns.
I don't know. I am too alcoholically inebriated to.
I told you shouldn't have been drinking that early before we did this.
I've been drinking since 3 p.m., baby. Woo woo!
Oh,
Yeah, he hasn't had enough.
Okay, so you're making your roll to
Jason
throw me?
IRL. But so yeah, let's throw you on the cliff. 35
See how much
feet
damage
right
you
there.
take.
Well, it depends how well I throw you. The acrobatics
That's true.
check from the falling.
Yeah, there's two
But-
checks to avoid fall damage. That's pretty
All
good.
right, and
Oh,
then
that's
one
pretty good.
d4 makes that a 26.
So you are rolling as the athletic skill check to throw him.
Yeah.
All right, and your attempted throw is in the tree.
Yeah, on the cliff.
Okay.
Out of the fog.
Yeah.
Now, as he's going up in the air, does he see Versalin and do his reaction? I mean, his stored action.
Roll the firebolt, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
As you can see, the
Okay.
levitating Versalin's head.
Mm.
Hey, let's do the damage.
There you go. Yeah.
Flying fizzes.
Ooh, okay, a scorcher of a shot. Let's see. 1 second here. Hold on now. All right. The earth seems to shudder and shimmy as it returns to its previous form. The earth rising back up, levitating the now alone Jason Talani as a giant squid. Though your vision still obscured by the fog that seems to be slowly dissipating, it seems that whatever you had just accomplished with Fizz, more than enough.
Nice.
To bring the earth back to its normal state. Scarred
Leaves
a little
me
bit
10
by the
feet of
magic.
movement. Can I move here, pick up my giant axe?
You can't see it, so I don't know where you would try to do that.
Can I roll a perception with my bonus action to locate my giant axe?
You can try. Let's see what the roll is. You'll have to commit to the movement first.
I'm obscured, Versalin. You can't see me. Perception. Yeah, I fucking find it.
Oh shit!
All right. I don't know why you have all those bonuses, but you find it.
Well,
You're-
I have a
you're-
+5 naturally. I don't know what the other two is, but I think I Oh, I have expertise for some reason. Oh, does the squids have?
Maybe the squid is proficient by default, yeah. So
There we go.
the only problem is you spot the silhouette of it, but it well, I guess actually no, with 10 foot of range, yeah, you can get it.
And so Jason retrieves his axe. Do I also see the dead fish jaw?
You see a very still fist jaw. He doesn't look too hot. He looks like he was burnt, singed, cooked, but magic sort of exuding steam and smoke billowing from his crumpled form. It's hard to. It's
less.
You can tell that if he is still alive, it's really not looking good. Like he'll die soon. But you can't even, even with your extreme proficiency roll, you're not able to determine if he's still breathing.
Okay. So retrieving his giant axe, Jason takes one of his few remaining lesser tentacles and wipes a salty, some salty slime from his brow and rubs it on Fishjaw's back in a strange sign of respect. That's his turn.
All right.
Death saving throw for the level 1 character.
Yeah, for some reason, it doesn't look like you get those as an NPC, which is pretty discriminatory, if you ask me.
He's favored by Umberly, goddammit. I threw him.
3-Crow, do you happen to know what you're actually rolling when you roll a death saving throw? Is it just...
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Nat 20.
That means he gets back up with 1 health.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, dude. That is
the
wild.
jaw is inevitable.
Okay.
The jaw is
jaw,
inevitable.
dude. Chad jaw.
I don't think he gets to attack though, right?
No,
That's
I
just
don't
his
think he can
action.
do anything, yeah. He's...
Yeah.
Umberly said it was within plans.
So sometimes
she's
they
not
get
done with you yet.
Yeah, Jason, as you do that strange sign of respect, you feel a faint stirring as if that creature isn't done fighting just yet.
What a Chad, Fishjaw. Fishjaw the missile.
My Jadodis will.
How long does
summon
this fog last, by the way?
his heavy crossbow
What? Heavy crossbow? Fuck yeah.
and will wait until he can see an enemy before it fires.
All right, let's do it. That's pretty good. Speaking of that, shoulder. You see the very head of Versalin sort of levitating above the smoke cloud. It's been scorched by fire from a flying fizz that landed beyond, then out of your vision, once again obscured by the fog. But you can tell it's starting to dissipate. What will you do? And remember, Augustius, you're up next.
All right, so I can see the head.
Yeah.
I'm hitting that head. Do I get flanking bonus? I don't need it.
You don't need it. Let's see the damage.
he's a kobold who thinks he's like really hot stuff, and
You didn't mute.
and he's very
You didn't
aristocratic and smug.
You didn't mute.
Server mute. Server mute.
No, so
All right, I server muted him.
Hey.
It sounded like he was about to say, "Nah, don't server mute me." I don't think that's what it was.
Absolutely server muted. All right, so that's 4 damage.
Fucking incredible.
Mike was too hot.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully he sees that. All right. So you strike out towards the levitating Versalin with your crossbow for 4 piercing damage. The bolt strikes her right in the neck, but this tough muscle and sinew that still seems to remain intact fails to, fall despite your effort.
Bonus action dagger throw.
Oh, Versalin says no problem.
Versalin says no problem.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that dagger's hidden.
Another 4.
Another 4 right in the shoulder that you can barely see, but it's your name, so you
my
can.
shoulder.
Yeah, precisely.
All right, shoulder will end shoulder's turn by tittering to Kyle, saying, "Web that thing, and then hide in the trees." Button spider. And then he will struggle to find the intern, even though it's always been in the same place.
Augustius, I have to unserver you so you can take your turn. Hold on. All right,
thank you. Apologies, I
All
did
good, all
not
good.
know my new mic was like that.
It's very sensitive.
Okay, Augustius. Well, I can't really see anything.
No, from your current position, you can see the tip of Ursula, like the sort of upper, like a bust shot almost, right, of like the head and neck, slight shoulders. Because Ursula is levitating currently.
Oh, okay. Well, I can only do one thing, a single thing, which is Sacred Flame, which I'm sure is totally going to hit.
A ranged weapon?
I do not have a ranged weapon. I'm a cleric.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
I am completely useless to the party right now, and that sucks. I hate this so much. It's not fun. It's really not fun when you have nothing.
It's okay. You're gonna go nuts when you see what Fizz does on his next turn.
Sure I am. I'm sorry. I'm really looking at. I don't think I can do anything except Sacred Flame. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because if she has one more thing, I don't know. All right. Sacred Flame. Roll.
Music.
Ah!
Hey.
There you go. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah, let's see that 1d8.
Is this phase 3?
It is. It's
3.
It's 3.
Written in the stars.
That was loud.
Fog goes away and phase 3 begins.
That's right. The Sacred Flame makes the fog dissipate, and that will be all of poor Augustius' turn.
I think so.
Oh, Fishshaw's not dead?
No, he nat 20 his con saving throw. He'll pick himself back up. He's legit. Yes, he is based.
Willed himself back to being conscious, basically.
He stared at the jaw of death and he said, "Not today, Satan."
He had a flashback of the swamp. He came back.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my swamp?
All right, Benson.
All right,
Eviscerate that god.
so as the fog fading, did anything happen to Versalin? Wait, what happened there?
Yeah, so the fog has faded, indeed. Dissipated as the sacred flame took root over Versalin. And in the process, Yeah, there it is. That is a lot of pluses, but you hit.
For a 12. That's a lot of extra dice in a roll.
Alright.
Holy 9.
How do you get so many pluses? Lord have mercy.
It's perfect.
I think it's because crossbows give bonuses or whatever, or heavy crossbows.
He's also blessed.
Yeah, an arrow
that's right,
strikes forth into Versalin, who has been scorched and struck and sliced into. A sudden radiance of light emerges from the creature. And just like that, as everything begins to swirl,
I don't like that.
Oh,
Oh, we're Jurgled.
We're in
Phase
Jurgle's
3.
room.
Thank God Jurgle saved it.
Did he?
We're in Versalin's realm.
We're in Versalin's realm.
boys, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I mean, it's Indusor anymore.
as
This
the
does
magic
kill me.
radiates out from Versalin, it seems as if everything becomes much darker, dimmer. There is no light here. The air is stale. It has not moved in centuries. You taste age with every breath you take. Then, upon a closer inspection of your surroundings, the earth has seemingly turned to a swirling puddle of ink that you have never seen before. Unless you're one of the original 4 in this party, of course. Slowly, surely, your animal companions seem to fade,
Oh,
leaving
no.
only the lot of you.
And still. Oh. No. Not
Oh my
Ted.
God. We're fighting
Oh
in
shit!
Jurgle.
He turned me into a normal guy.
Yeah, Jurgle.
Yeah,
can
you're
do
the
whatever the hell
animal
he wants.
companion.
You belong to Jurgle now.
Wait, what happened to the animals?
I'd better get fucking level.
They were left behind when
Right.
we were pulled into this other realm.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
We're stuck on a cliff. I can't get down from the cliff.
Sure you can, but that's not a problem. At least not right now. Because
No, definitely not a problem right now.
because the latest, as this transformation seems to continue, Versalin's levitating form becomes more and more disturbed, more distraught, and lets out yet another cry before vanishing from sight.
Ah,
Man, really? How lame.
The DM spared us.
I don't know if that's what I would say would happen.
Oh, great.
Benson glances towards his blade. Is the light of it Lathander also extinguished?
That's correct.
Jason clutches his sea stone knife and looks around wildly. I have an inspiration for some reason. Should I get rid of that?
Yeah, I got you.
Shoulder's Arcana check is focused on the skull of Pencer, and he is essentially maybe it should have been a religion check. I just kind of turned my brain off by accident.
No, that's fine. What are you trying to do?
He is trying to see where Jurgle would like them to start moving to.
Well,
A second, the battle music's still going.
Not for me.
yeah, that doesn't mean that it's over.
But there's
No, I think you're right.
there's no like thing at the top. No initiative, so.
Uh-uh. So, we're in darkness. We fucking killed God. Or wounded God,
No.
probably.
Hurt it enough that it got mad and ran away, probably.
Or dragged us into hell. As punishment.
We're pulling a Kael'thas, and we have to fight her in the next dungeon.
So, I guess
What's the answer to my roll?
before I have
on.
Jason start
Come
yelling
on.
at Benson for throwing us into this, I'll let his divine sense go through first.
Yeah, well, you might want to let Shoulder's Arcana check go through first. So, Shoulder, as you focus on the skull of Pencer, there is only one response that you seem to be getting, which is a vacancy. Where previously, while in Jurgle's realm, you could commune with him through this skull, it doesn't seem as if he is responding, or, at the very least, that he is able to respond. And Benson, you cast Divine Sense upon yourself. Are you looking out for anything in particular as you do this?
Fey fiends or undead? Or celestials?
The presence of celestials is undeniable, or at least one celestial. But that presence is like a smell that is fading in the wind.
Does it seem to be fading in any particular direction?
Well, that's just it. It was quite pungent as soon as you had attempted to, tap into your divine sense. But whatever that celestial was seems to have vanished, or perhaps more accurately, been expelled.
Shoulder will be looking very worried, and he's gonna look upon the original, the four, as the other two are still in the mountain wall, and he will say, "Guys, I can't reach Jurgle. This is not good."
Fear not, brothers. I have come prepared for such a situation, and Benson will procure 3 minor healing potions and pass out 1 to each of you.
I'm full health.
He gives you 1 anyway.
Shoulder will try and slyly give it to Mithridates.
Mithridates will partake.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw
maybe.
those on there.
Oh god, how are we gonna get out of this?
Augustus, Augustus rolled a religion check earlier.
Yes, what was
See
that for?
that was for, because he's spent his life in a monastery doing nothing but reading. If he ever would come across a tome that described a place like this, and anything he would know about it, like how to get into the realm, how to get out of the realm, what's in it, anything like that.
Okay, so basically, what you understand about this place is that it is an in-between for spirits after they have been, after their bodies have met their end. The spirit transcends the mortal coil and is brought to this location. In the process of being sorted into its final afterlife.
Oh boy.
You will recognize this as, indeed, the same realm that the Scribe of the Dead, Jurgle, which the party has spoken to you about previously. This seems to match their description and the description that you have encountered before.
Dude, imagine Augustus is just standing here panicking, we're dead.
No, and he's Augustus might panic, but he never does it in public. So he's standing there. He
certainly wouldn't in front of Fizz.
No, definitely not in Fizz. So he's standing there with he's got one hand behind his back, and he's very, casually rubbing his cheek, deep in thought. And after, he goes through his head of everything that he's comparing what they said with what he's read. He's like, okay, I guess this is the Jurgle's realm place. Then he's going to take the hand that was rubbing his cheek and grab a hold of the religious talisman for Celius, right? Celius?
Yep.
Salius?
Alias.
And offer up a prayer and to, like, ask for, guidance in this dark and lawless place.
So while you're saying your prayer, you can we'll say that takes you a little bit. That's a silent one you said, right? Or did I mishear?
Yeah, it's silent. Like maybe he's moving his lips, but you can't hear him.
Okay. Well, the only one who's close enough to see you, but your visibility will be a bit reduced in this swirling maelstrom of ink and stale air that's seemingly, pulsing throughout the realm. It's definitely an unsettling place to be.
So I will shoulder climb down from the cliff, so I assume it's not exceptionally it's deadly or anything. It's just I gotta climb down a cliff. Carefully.
It's gonna take you a while, yeah, like a little bit of time, but yeah, like if you were trying to do that in combat, that would probably be like your whole turn of movement to do that, but you can do that in 6 seconds in real time or whatever, right? Like there's no combat.
Okay. Augustus will, with all the grace that he is capable of, and he is full and capable of much grace, descend the cliff. He looks completely straight-faced, impossible to read, but his eyes are narrowed, and it's you can kind of tell by his aura, he's pissed.
Yeah, as Augustius is coming down, Jason whirls on Benson and says,
Well, Captain, you almost just led us into hell, and now here we are again in purgatory.
Augustius narrows his eyes at Benson, but says nothing.
We made it out once before, brother. Don't act like it will end horribly now.
So
Last time we got out, we had to wade through a sea of the undead, and I'm not exactly in any condition to be fighting right now.
do the
We
trees
need to
exist
move.
in this version of the world?
So basically, you can think of it as the trees are made of slowly writhing ink. Every aspect of the object, every object of the surroundings is cast in ink that constantly swirls. And if you were to touch it, it would leave a faint trail on you before disappearing, or perhaps more macabrely, absorbing into you, for all you know. It's a strange feeling.
So I don't want to climb the tree. Understood. Then Fizz, I guess, is just going to climb down then.
Okay.
Because I figured Fizz's first instinct would be to climb the tree to see if he can see better there, but...
As Augustius...
I'm
sorry.
Sorry, that's fine.
Go ahead, if you're going to finish anything.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, if he shouldn't touch him.
Yeah, Fizz turns to take a few steps away, and as he does, under his breath, he says something in Draconic. That only Fizz will understand.
Does Fizz speak Draconic? Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I think all Kobolds speak Draconic.
No, not all Kobolds.
You can have a choice of what you.
That's right.
You pick,
That's right. Yeah.
So the skull's not powered at all?
It's still rumbling lowly, but other than that, it's not giving you any juice.
We need to get moving, and we need to find a place to recover in this hell, lest we be preyed upon while we're still weak.
No sooner.
Try.
Go ahead, Benson.
Oh, good. We could try marching back towards Sistan. I am a bit curious as to what it would look like in Jurgle's realm.
Probably filled with the dead.
As soon as Jason finishes his utterance, there's a sudden shimmer in the not-so-distant south.
Yes.
The steed of Heron Call, aflame with green, a beast that Benson will certainly recognize, as will the other original four, now stands staring at you all down. And then, as if projected from a space near the creature, a voice that perhaps sounds suspiciously like that of Heron Call's says, "We will all be preyed upon soon enough."
What the devil are you? Jason says, with his sword still drawn.
I am Telthane, one of the 5.
I've
How
what?
lovely and vague. Well, Telthane, if we're gonna be preyed upon, we best find a place where we can make a stand now. You won't happen to know where that is?
He seems to ignore Jason's initial question and instead focuses towards Mithridates. Can you make a history check for me, Mithridates? Unfortunately, the name Telthane doesn't ring any bells, but a horse that seems to speak and certainly looks rather apocalyptic feels oddly familiar.
I guess since he's very studious, he'll also roll. 18, cool. He's read a lot.
Augustius, the 5 is a term that, as far as it relates to equine things, certainly could mean the 5 apocalypse knights and their steeds. Yet, it doesn't quite seem like... It doesn't quite seem like the name Telthane rings a bell. Perhaps it's a different name than what it normally goes by? That's your best sense, anyway.
He rocks back and forth on his little feet.
Shoulder is messaging Telfane asking, "Is Kyle okay?"
The steed seems to look around for a source of the disturbance and eventually locks eyes with you, Shoulder. A great bit of magic from Ursuline sent us to this realm. If it sent us here, I'm sorry for your loss.
Got rid of the followers.
Are you inside checking the DM?
No, I'm inside checking the DM horse.
You're not sure you believe the horse.
Horse.
Augustius, livid but managed to keep a hold on his quickly rising temper, takes a step forward and says, "Well, equine companion, are you gonna just say things in a cryptic manner, or are you gonna help us leave this place in between?"
The steed turns to regard Augustius and says, loud enough for everyone to hear, "If you want to leave this place, we will need new forms.
Elaborate.
Our old forms are not sufficient as atoms.
Are you
Elaborate.
saying we're dead?
Have you not died before?
Augustus narrows his
I
eyes.
never died.
No, I have never died.
You've been in this realm before.
Can I insight check that one too? Because that doesn't seem right. Or can we just use the same insight check?
When we went to sleep.
It's too close to the previous one, yeah. You still are not sure you believe this guy. Looked like Benson was about to do something because he stepped forward. You got something, Trico?
This is the same horse I was talking to, right?
Yeah.
Listen, brother. We do not have time for riddles. I told you once before. If you seek a path of redemption, if you seek a new master, then show us that you are worth the time.
Death will not set me back from accomplishing the work that must be done. If you all choose for it to be such a nuisance to you, that is your business. Yet, you went several rounds against Versalin. Several minutes passed before a god atomized you all. That is an accomplishment. There is much potential in you. So, will you ply your trades once more, adventurers? Ah, that's
The light of Lathander still shines within me, brother. I will never give up. Not until he himself scatters my soul to the wind and my path comes to an end.
It may be by his work that you still procure such light.
Whose work? Does Augustus know who he's talking about?
Lathander, yeah.
Lathander.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
Benson's god.
Okay.
Shoulder is going to look at this horse. And he's going to, understand that he is in Jurgle's realm. And that he is something of Jurgle's. He's not quite sure. He's going to say, "You talk awfully confident, but I'm fairly certain I commune with Jurgle very often, and I've never heard of you. How do we know this is real?"
I stand before you as an authority, and one familiar with most of, for that matter. Jurgle is broken. It will be some time before he is right enough to put souls back in their place. Until then, we are free to reclaim what is ours in the material plane. But then again, apparently none of you have died before.
Yes, I don't make it a habit dying.
Is the implication that every time I've been here, I've died?
I do not know by what means you travel to Jurgle's realm normally, but one does not typically visit the land of the scribe of the dead without being dead. Perhaps you have a different method.
I met my god here, and I also relived moments of my life, as did my brothers here. I saw things that I had not seen for many a moon.
Look, just tell us exactly what we need for these new forms so we can escape this place and get on with whatever business we need be doing.
Aye, I'm with the short stack. Anything beats damnation in this place. Let's cobble something together and get moving again.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Fizz?
Yeah, so Fizz walks up and looks up at the horse. And he says, "Wait, if this is the land of the dead, does that mean my ancestor is here?"
The horse will look upon you. Its gaze is fierce, but not unmoving. And it looks thoughtful. You mean your deep ancestor, the great winged beast?
Yeah, the red dragon.
His eyes shut for a moment, and then when they reopen, he looks upon you all and says, also looking to Benson for much of this, but still clearly answering Fizz's question. The soul of many a god lingers and wanders through Jurgle's realm. You'll find few deities can still be considered alive. Then looking back to Fizz, it is entirely possible, but it seems your party believes it of secondary importance to search for such ancestors.
Yeah, I understand. It's not something they're interested in. But if I could meet him, I would like that very much.
Shoulder will pipe up from the back, and he's done a bit of pondering.
Yeah, what was that insight check for? Were you doing something else?
I was just like kind of loading that up for the next thing worth inciting.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I thought he was going to say something much different. But Shoulder's done a bit of pondering, and he's going to say, well, if deities are here, why can't Kyle be here? It only makes sense, right?
The steed seems to be locked in thought for that for a moment, so if there's any other discussion, it can fill in here before the steed responds. Otherwise, if you all just kind of watch and wait, I'll have him reply.
I guess this is a question of his own, but he's going to wait for the steed to answer. This it seems to be in thought.
Jason will try to feel the presence of Umberly within the realm.
Okay, give me a religion check for your commune, and I'll get back to you after this. Mitridates, you got something?
That's 3.
That's a nat one.
Damn.
My Judites will wait until Jason is looking at him, and then he'll say, I feel deathly tired. I wonder if we could sleep.
Jason will say to Mitridates, we'll have to ask the bird first. The horse first. Last time we slept, we returned to our bodies. But if we're atoms, and there's nothing left to return to, I don't fancy waking up in an abyss now, Mitridates. Not yet. Not today.
All right, so the steed has his eyes open up, and he beholds Shoulder specifically and says, you have asked the unknowable, but you are correct. The beasts should be here, in spirit or otherwise, yet they are not. So, either they have been brought somewhere else in death, or they have not died.
Maybe Versalin can control them?
That'd be a face worse than death. Fizz.
Well,
Gotta
yeah,
kill
but
brother and Kyle and Fishjaw later. So sad.
It wouldn't be the first time I've had to save Kyle from an infection of the mind.
While I have this opportunity, I will ask you a theological question, since you seem to be knowledgeable about the realms between life and death. Tell me, if there are deities here and many souls wandering this purgatory, at what point do any ascend to Astramus?
That would be a question to ask one of the many draconic sorcerers. However,
Not even you know.
what I know is that the bridge to Astramus has long been burned. How you restore contact to such a place does not concern me.
I guess this will nod his head at that. Thank you, Equine. Mighty kind.
Final question from me, horse, and then I'll simply follow wherever there is safety to be found and bodies to be assembled. Last time we came here, when we closed our eyes to rest, we awoke within our bodies whole again. Well, now, we need to recover, but if we try to rest here, are we just gonna... well, you know, wither away?
Can you die in a realm where you're already dead?
That is a good question.
Telthane looks upon Jason and then casts a gaze upon you all and says, "Rest here is possible, but without a body to dream of, you will be unsettled by where you go, where you have no place to call yourself. So prepare your brains, your minds, your souls. There will be travails."
Yeah. I suppose there are fates worse than being atomized.
I must warn you all that in order to construct forms fit for us once again upon the material plane, there will come a cost, a risk. There is a chance that by doing what we must do to achieve our goals, we will restore Jurgle to a sense of functionality. Enough for the broken scribe to write our epitaphs in a more final manner. To put another way, in order to cheat death, you risk its final embrace. But it is the only way to restore our forms.
Well, if there's no choice, then there's not much to worry about now, is there? We either do or we die. And we
Or
die
in this case,
if we don't
stay
do
dead.
anyway.
I agree with the drunk. Wisest thing he's ever said.
If you choose to wander as a spiritual vagrant, it would be a disappointing fate, but a permanent one. I am only telling you what may occur, despite any success we face.
And what exactly is it that we must do that is so dangerous?
It is only the power that infests this realm that can reconstitute forms that we would enjoy having. And for that, we will need to set it right, restore it. The realm is in a broken state, as is its god. So once we clear the rot, once we restore its glory, there is a chance the god itself awakes. If not, we are free to use the power of the realm to our own ends.
Shoulder, probably no one looking, but the horse will be shaking his head. And he probably looks likely over it, and he is just going to say, okay. I propose that we get our forms, and I would go the extra step and return Jurgle to his glory. And I do not feel like sleeping.
He just said if we were to wake Juggernaut up, he's gonna fucking kill us.
We're already dead. It is
Yeah,
clear. It is
but I'd
clear
like to
that
live again.
it is clear that
I'm-
Shoulder is broken. He is very, very tired looking.
He said he doesn't.
Yes, correct.
We need to find a place to stow away, lick our wounds for a couple hours. No sleeping so we don't end up in Avernus or some of our twisted plane. And then we'll need to put ourselves back together and return to the world.
OOC, real quick, just so I'm not lost. Okay, this is Jurgle's realm, which is kind of like a purgatory or like a River Styx place, right?
Yep. Yeah, correct.
And something has happened quite some time ago that has prevented souls from being able to move on from purgatory to, I guess, heaven, Astramus, or even maybe another place, whatever their final destination.
Yeah, they're
do I
basically.
have this
You
correct?
think of it as like the Harry Potter sorting hat. It's like
yeah.
they can't be sorted to where they need to go because the sorting hat is dead or broken or something, right? So that's kind of like a comparison that sort of applies here. Sometimes you don't even get to go to Hogwarts because the platform 9 3/4 is half broken or something. So sometimes you don't even get to that step. Like sometimes your soul is trapped in the material plane and then you become a ghost. But that didn't happen to you yet.
Gotcha. For some reason, some inexplicable reason, we're not ghosts. And we need to awaken the God of the Dead that will kill us forever if we awaken him. But we need
he'll
to
sort
awaken
you
him?
to where you're supposed to go as a dead person. So it would be like if you're supposed to go to heaven, you go to heaven, right? You're supposed to go to Astramus, you go to Astramus. That's the idea. That's basically what Telthane, the steed, is saying to you. Is there's a chance that you are so successful in restoring the realm of Jurgle that it also restores Jurgle itself, and that Jurgle then uses this newfound power, this restored power and vigor to do what it's supposed to do with the spirit and sort it to where it needs to go.
But we're not spirits.
Well, we're dead, so we
You
kind of
have
are
souls, right? Like whatever you would call this.
Okay.
You're not in the material plane.
Okay,
He
okay.
told us that we got nuked, that we are
Yeah,
atoms.
we're
Okay,
Adam.
okay, so we are dead. Oh, I didn't know if like we were like.
I mean,
unique
assuming he's
spirits or
telling the
something.
truth anyway.
So my question is, he said that we need to cheat death. I am confused. So if
That's what
we,
he's referring to getting our new forms, and he
Okay.
said
And then
to
returning
cheat
back
death,
to
you
life,
you may be bringing death back, basically.
And-
Which means that like
yeah.
by reforming ourselves, we also may be reawakening Jurgle.
okay,
Yeah.
but that's a
And
risk
if
we
Jurgle
have to
reawakens,
take.
then then
But
he
that's a
just
risk we
sends
have
us
to
off to heaven or whatever.
What did my trainer
Okay.
say? I missed Lucy. What did you say?
Pool's closed due to AIDS.
Oh, okay.
And we need to open it up.
yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. I was just clearing things up.
No, that's good. That's
Oh,
No, it's understandable. You haven't encountered Jurgle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Purgatory. We're in purgatory. Very cool. Not,
Yep.
but cool. Oh yeah, Augustius is even angrier. He is.
You are for sure dead.
Even more, but I mean, he had an okay reason before, but now he gonna hold that against everybody.
Shoulder is going to message the steed, and he's going to ask very solemnly if the steed can lead him in the direction he needs to be going.
Yes, please.
Responding only to you, Shoulder, the horse says, you need fear not, or grieve not. Perhaps you are right in your suspicion that your companions in the animal kingdom still live. It is a possibility I had not considered. At any rate, and for this he says, projecting to the whole party, there is one that must accompany you.
Oh no, it's Harry Cole.
Tell me it is who I think it is.
Please be someone with sense. Whoever they are.
Harry
Please.
Cole.
Oh, there's
It's
no people with
Gokag.
sense in this.
If it's who I
It's
think
Fred
it
the
is,
Frog.
then
It's Fred.
it's
It's Fred the Frog. It's
Gokag.
Fred. Fred is like, Ribbit, I'm not evil here.
Oh, is
Ribbit.
this guy Gokag's patron? Oh, shit.
I don't know who that is.
He's Gokag, the orc warlock who's Shoulder's best friend who got us into this by disappearing. We still don't know why he fucking disappeared.
As
Because he was
opposed to
murdered,
his other
he's
warlock
actually been
best
in-
friend, Mitridates.
Turtles
All these campaigns have taught me is that warlocks are evil and should be killed
Dude,
on sight.
If
That's what I've
this
learned.
is like, if he actually
Mitridates
pulls,
is
if he
lawful
pulls
good.
Gokag out of his hat, shoulder would not be broken anymore. So this would be really good. But I don't think it's Gokag.
One
That's
of
very
you, well, maybe a few of you said this, but I think only one of you said the right guess. Elthane steps to the side and reveals a very large Fred the Frog.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am so good at this. Holy shit. Yeah.
Isn't he evil? Jason said.
Isn't he a frog?
Can
I thought
Fizz
animals
throw a
couldn't kill you.
fireball at Fred the Frog right now? A fireball at
You
him
can,
right
yeah, if you want to.
now? No, he's not actually going to do that, but he is going to like stare at Fred like with
Fred is-
wide eyes.
You'll notice Fred is bigger than you, Fizz. Fred is very large.
Why
Augustus
is he here?
points to the frog and says, "Now, I haven't seen
Oh my god,
him
he got
before,
atomized.
but I have a terrible, sickly suspicion that's Fred the Frog."
Dude, Augustus should have to roll an intelligence check, and if it's low, Augustus now thinks this is the moon.
What?
That shoulder was referring to earlier.
No, you already explained that he went up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though.
Fred the Frog that
Afterlife is the
went
moon.
up to the moon.
Shoulder is gonna look from Fred to the horse, to Fred, and then back to the horse, and he's just kind of gonna like deadpan him. He's gonna be like, "Are you serious?"
Explain. Explain.
If you are asking me why Fred must accompany you, it is because you will need his gullet to pass.
Pardon. Run that by me one more time.
He's going to eat something or someone that we need to do the stuff.
Isn't Fred the Frog here because he did eat someone that he shouldn't have?
Yes.
I'm going to imagine it's because Augustus.
Did Fred just say yes?
Yes. Augustus just
Can we understand him because we're dead?
He's speaking.
Yeah.
He is speaking common.
Augustus blinks.
Shoulder is going to go. He's going to put a hand on your shoulder. And he's going to say, Augustus, or I guess it would sound more like Augustus. Fred, I think Fred's here because he ate something that was living, which he's not supposed to do. Am I right, Fred?
Yes,
he
that's
turns
my
to Fred
point.
saying that.
No.
Oh. Then why are you here? Are you still evil?
Yes, but I'm here because I was in the area when Versalyn used her magic to kill everybody.
So the evil frog, which went to the moon, did not go to the moon, and instead has been trailing us the entire time.
What if this is the moon?
Shoulder, please.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
There's no time. There's no time
Jason
for
have his
jokes when
booze
Kyle
on him
could be
still?
in trouble.
I am not in the mood for your humor or any humor.
If yes, Jason takes a swig.
Wait, what did you say?
Does Jason have his booze on him still?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to
How do you-
taste as good as a spirit.
Yeah, how do you get
Yeah,
drunk
yeah,
when you're
Jay-
dead?
It has no. It has no.
Is hard. Yeah, Jason is fully
Because it's a
sober after
spirit.
dying.
Yeah, you're
So-
you are fully sober, and yeah, it's a spirit. Get it?
Wait, does he smell?
No, you can't smell a thing in here.
Oh, that's wonderful. Augustus actually approaches. Yeah, he takes a big sniff. Why, maybe this place isn't so bad after all. I don't have a terrible headache standing right next to you.
God.
Jason belches loudly in the face of Augustius.
There's no
Augustus.
smell. There's no smell.
Augustus just smiles. There's no smell, there's nothing. He's just beaming. He's like, wonderful. This is the only good part of this.
Does the alcohol still hit though? Is it still
There's
No,
you do not seem to be getting any effect of. You taste it. It kind of tastes muted, and you don't get drunk at all.
Damn. That's
Jason
really
frowns
bad.
and drinks again.
Yeah, go ahead.
He then frowns again, and he finishes the whole bottle in a chug.
Yeah.
Panic in his eyes as he says, "We need to get back to the surface immediately." And he throws the bottle angrily.
This will be good for you, Jason. Think of it as a detox.
It splats
I'll
against
drink your
the.
fucking blood if you fucking talk to me about my spiritual health again.
Why? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Yeah, I'll send you straight to fucking Nurgle, you wee little shit. I can't believe I died with you of all people.
It would be good to avoid infighting, for if you die here, I know not what happens to you.
Ah, now you tell me.
His shoulder is gonna look at. He looks like he's stealing himself probably, and he's going to look at the steed.
Mhm.
He's going to say, "So, can I still help people pass on, even though I'm dead?"
I imagine you will have more opportunity to do such a thing in a realm afflicted with phantom spirits that cannot pass on. Also, Fizz, you approach Fred the Frog, and
Yeah,
he looks at you
so-
with bulbous eyes.
Yeah, Fizz scampered past everyone and walks up to Fred. And he says, Fred, why would we trust you if you're still evil?
Wise question.
You trust
Wisdom.
Telthane, and he's evil.
Man, I guess he's not.
I don't know anything about Telthane.
I guess his points to him. Viz, do take a look, my friend.
Yes, he's
I-
burning in green fire.
I like fire. Fire reminds me of dragons.
Yes, but take a moment to really take him in. If you know,
Fizz rolls a perception.
Telthane should roll a performance check to look as pretty as possible.
And by the way, wasn't his master evil? Right? Yeah.
So far as the
Well,
party knows, yeah.
Fizz doesn't really know
But
anything
Fizz
about
doesn't
that.
know that. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay, that's right. But Augustus does because he was told by
So should I ask him?
Aphrodite.
Roll the perception check.
Jason absent-mindedly clutches the
Ooh.
Heron calls toe.
Fizz can tell. It was like something's off about the horse. He doesn't
Tell-
even know. He's like something.
Telthane looks like the flames seem to flicker and explode around Telthane almost in a fireworks display in a way, but muted. No sound associated with them. It just wreathes the horse in terrifying green fire.
So Fizz's eyes will narrow at Telthane.
Mhm.
And then he will say, Telthane, are you evil?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Many
He
have
said the word
called me
yes.
that.
Shoulder was absolutely going to mimic him.
That means yes. Fizz fizz.
But you're an enemy of Versalin. At least, right?
Ursulin impedes the plans. The work must continue.
Okay, and do I know what the work he's talking about is?
No idea.
Or is that just bringing it back?
He's never.
Okay,
He's
no
only
idea.
said it
The
like
apocalypse.
he said it
Yeah,
once
yeah.
before. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like you're talking about based on what you know about like the Apocalypse Knights.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So I do know.
It can't be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
Shoulder-
it says do
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
do take as little offense to this as you can. But everything you are is dreadful.
My master did something right.
He sighs. I will not help you speed about an apocalypse or any such nonsense. But in the meantime, while we are here, we do seem to have mutual goals.
I
And that
have
is
no
as far
doubt
as I
that you will
go.
continue to attempt to stop me once we return to the material plane. But indeed, our interests align, Corinne.
How lovely.
Shoulder is going to step to Telthane, and he's going to say, okay, so 2 questions. So, the Skull of Pencer, it can still help those pass on?
Sorry. I had to burp. Telthane looks to you and says, the skull will continue to migrate souls and redirect their energy. If you are able to commune with the soul prior to this process, you can uncover what must be done with it.
That sounds like a lot of power. Even with those around me. Okay. And, well, the second question isn't really a question, it's more of a statement. We are clearly part of the plan that leads to your work. Would that be correct?
The work will proceed without you, slower. You expedite it by at least 10 years.
How nice.
Shoulder, with a sly grin, is going to say, you could have expedited that sentence by just saying yes. Fish spot. Boom. Now imagine.
You
Metro
said it was
Daddies
a
will speak
statement.
up.
Go ahead, Metro Daddy.
We'll speak up and say, we're not going to get 10 years anywhere if we don't move.
Yeah, I guess that's what it says. Same thing. Yep.
Where do we go? How do we get out of here?
The first steps towards reconstruction were, oddly enough, already performed by some of you.
Who?
We will have to return to that temple that served as your nexus point in this world. Augustius, you and Fizz will recognize this from the tales they've told. They were apparently inside some kind of temple to the Lathandar that was, basically a mock version of it had been created.
Oh, it's the memories that was part of the reconstruction.
So not the one in the city, but a
No,
different.
no, it's
Yeah.
nothing you've seen.
No,
You-
it's
yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
just specifically in Jurgle's realm.
You guys are gonna be forced to relive your own trauma.
Well, that's not good for poor Augustius.
His is just like that one time he got really upset and killed a fellow kobold who called him by his kobold name.
Oh, I was just gonna
Called him
say.
Guts Guts.
I was gonna say that the whole session that is part of his trauma is just gonna be us watching him try and spell his name in school.
Yeah.
That's why he
yeah, it was like
second grader Augustius.
because he's the only kobold and he's using his real kobold name, and all the young monk novices, they're like, he, what a stupid name. And he's like crying. He's like, no, that's Augustius' worst trauma.
Well,
He wakes up, he's crying.
I was thinking it's just like a 5-year-old Augustius like trying to spell his full name on the paper, like his full 8
It takes the
names on
entire
one
paper, and then he can't do the assignment, and he fails. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no. And the teacher's like, Augustus, you could just call yourself Godric Augustius. You don't have to do the rest of it. And he's like, that's not my name.
Well, here's the problem, Alexander. The trauma, as Shoulder puts it, or as my brother put it, is, well, I guess he's Shoulder in the server now, so as Shoulder puts it, the trauma is actually a time when you killed somebody and shouldn't have, or feel guilty about. So.
Oh, well.
The trauma is. The trauma
Augustus doesn't feel guilty about anybody he's killed.
because he killed his kobold mother during egg rearing.
Well, that don't count.
Emerged from the
no.
egg and accidentally punched her square in the face. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She was having trouble with the one egg, right? And no.
All right, you can speculate. I already don't like where
Yeah,
this
you can
conversation
say-
is.
yeah, I know like this is
Speculate
going.
after
Let's
the stream is
Your-
over.
yeah,
but-
I-
your
no,
brain is
I-
not
I-
functioning.
Please, let's continue. Let's
So-
Classic Chandler.
All right, so haha, classic Chambly. So the
you can always just write something like the monastery helped in like a policing action or something on
Yeah.
people who were like
there's
maybe
possibilities.
kind of innocent or not.
Shambler, you said
and-
you don't have that much time, right? You have a hard out at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to be up in like 4 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
well, we should expedite
you-
then for sure.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let's get a move on.
10
So
years.
5
Yeah.
hours. 5 hours.
So, I also think Threeko fell asleep. So we are thinking at this point, like, if you guys are all ready to proceed, Telthane will take you to where you need to go, and that can basically be the end of the session. But if you have more questions or more thoughts or anything you want to plan, or anything that's intra-party, like you guys all want to talk about stuff that's whatever, like during the travel, because it's not going to be instantaneous, we can have
Right.
that happen as that goes on. So.
I was thinking that Fizz might tell Augustius because Augustius asked about the bridge to Astramus.
Yep.
Fizz would probably think that his ancestor might know something about that. Would probably mention that to Augustus.
Okay, sure. You two
Oh,
had a
well.
private Draconic conversation earlier anyway, so do you say that in Draconic
Yeah.
or do you say that in Common?
Probably in Draconic.
Shoulder, I think I would like to make it a point that I don't know how long the traveling is going to be, but Shoulder the entire time is going to be praying to Jurgle, and he is not going to be responding to anything that does not directly mention his name.
Okay.
Uh,
So, Augustius, Fizz had just said to you that in Draconic that the Draconic ancestor, the dragon ancestor of Fizz might know something about the Astramus Bridge.
yeah, Augustus will say in common to him, not in Draconic, since he doesn't think the others care anyway. If at all possible, it would be a mighty lovely thing to meet one of our great draconic ancestors, a draconic god that has knowledge of Astramus and everything that has transpired. There are many questions we could ask. He just looks thoughtful. Perhaps your red dragon even knows of my deity, and I could gain much wisdom and knowledge from this encounter.
It's possible. He doesn't talk to me a lot, but you know, he likes me. He says I always need to be, more courageous and not run away. So he might be happy that I got killed by a god.
I guess he just like raises his scaly eyebrow, but he actually like chuckles like a kind of laugh, and he like puts an arm around Fizz and like gives him like a kind of side hug, kind of thing, and he's like, "Yes, Fizz. Yes, you certainly were a very brave kobold. None can deny that. And I am sure that he is most pleased. I'm sure any deity would be most pleased."
I'd like to think that he would be happy. And I hope we'll be able to meet him. I'll try to figure out if I can feel where he is. I'm not sure how it works. And he pulls out the bone that he has. That's probably like a toe bone of the dragon or something. Or maybe not toe bone, but like a really small bone.
Okay, Augustus is going to like kind of bend down, look at it, like kind of mess with his monocle, and I'm gonna roll a religion check to see if I know anything about that.
Would Augustus have heard about Shoulder teleporting them through Jurgle's
Oh, natural 20, 22. Hell yeah. Okay. I gotta wait for the DM to come back. Okay, so he showed me like the bone of the dragon.
Yeah.
And so Augustus was examining it to see like what he everything that he might have read about or known about like a red dragon god, and red kobolds collecting their bones and that kind of thing.
Ah, yes.
And I rolled a nat 20 plus 2. Being book
your
smart
giant
is
axe
cool.
is atomized.
Yeah, your equipment is on your person, so it behaves differently somehow. So the so as you examine Fizz's ancestral bone, something about the remains speaks to you, Augustius. It's as if perhaps something to do with this spiritual realm and how this information that you had never heard before, had never known before, seems to come forth. And we'll say that you are able to... You can just plainly ask Balethal directly, like for Fizz's own comprehension. It's as if you're almost like mind melding in a way on this subject in particular for the answers to your questions about how they do that. So it's basically like Fizz can choose what to share, but it seems like it would be forthright in the situation, right? That's basically what we're gonna do.
Yeah. He wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, cool. So you can tell me all about it. Very nice.
Okay.
All right.
So what exactly do you want to know?
Everything that your character knows, for sure.
About what the draconic ancestor is, and like why you have his bone and all that.
Okay.
Would I don't know how much Augustius knows, because I know he read the reports, but I don't know if he knew anything else or if it was even in the reports. Would he have heard of Shoulder teleporting them through Jurgle's realm or teleporting people through Jurgle's realm when specifically thinking about them?
That was not a thing that was included in the report. So.
But did Mithridates tell me about that?
Because he heard the whole thing from Mithridates as like a...
Would Mithridates have specifically said that Shoulder is responsible for transporting them when inside Jurgle's realm? Would that have been part of
He was aware of it? Yes.
I think he was, because you guys all had
he went through a
conversations.
portal that was formed by Shoulder a couple times, I think.
There you go. So,
okay.
Yeah, all right. So I guess Augustius will be aware of that.
Okay, that's cool. That's very nice, because Augustus doesn't quite understand But he has respect for that kind of thing, so that's good. Helping souls move on is just good. Period.
That's right.
So that's
Makes
nice.
sense.
All right, Fizz, give me the
So
quick
back
rundown.
yeah. So, I'd imagine kobolds in general collect anything to do with dragons.
That's right.
In like most kobolds would. Although it'd probably be pretty uncommon for a kobold to just have a bone from a dragon, just like walking around with it. He came across this bone when he was like digging in his warren. And that was actually when he made contact with his ancestor for the first time, and sorcerer powers manifested. And the ancestor red dragon. So this is actually a question for Pro. What are red dragons generally like in the setting? Because I don't think I know anything about them.
Yeah, so generally speaking, dragons of each color they're unitary, solitary things. So there's only ever one alive at any given time. And I don't know if Fizz would know this, but Augustius surely would, that there used to be an unbroken chain of succession that as one died, another was born. As not like a phoenix, because that's the same entity, right? But it's like as one would die somewhere, an egg would be made manifest, right? In another place as a part of this like rebirth cycle because dragons are essentially gods in this setting. So that's essentially how it was working. And for a very long time, if they have been reincarnating, if the eggs have been materializing, they've been doing it outside of the realm of that anybody has known. Which is why in the other campaign that we're running, the amethyst dragon egg is like the most rare of rare finds. Like hasn't been seen in 100 years or
there's
something.
There's literally
kind of thing,
only
right?
one,
Yeah.
and okay.
So it's not just that there's only one of each color, but it's like that's actually the first dragon egg sighting that local area at the very least has seen in generations, right? So, like, they've almost thought to have gone extinct by now. Like, obviously, Augustius and Fizz would probably think differently. Draconin would think differently.
Right. That clearly there must be dragons. They're just hiding from.
Yeah. They would have their own opinions on that, and there'd probably be plenty of superstitious or other opinions on those subjects by other people as well. But like conventional, like empirical, I have seen with my own eyes that hasn't happened in a long time for most people, if at all.
Right.
To the best of most people's knowledge.
Okay.
And Three Crow, I just pinged you in your thread if you want to take a look at that.
Okay. Anything else, Fizz?
So, given in light of that, because I haven't talked to you much about the ancestor or what he would have been like. Just that Fizz has a connection to him, and he like kind of has been given a mission, but he doesn't know what it is from the dragon.
And red dragons aren't evil, right? They're not. They're just like kind of neutral-ish or neutral good.
Well, while the red Draconin are very like territorial and expansionist and brutal, it's hard to call any of the dragons themselves evil. Though it's easier to call other colors of dragons good. You know what I mean? So of them, it would probably be closer to neutral, like a lawful neutral.
Okay. So then, a name I had been kicking around for the ancestor was like Sovereign.
Okay.
What do you think of that as the name?
It's just a word. Like we have eternity as one of them, right?
Eternity.
So,
So I figured like words that hold a lot of like power and meaning would probably be what's used as the names for dragons generally.
Yeah, I like that. I think Sovereign works pretty well because of the way that Red Draconin work as well anyway. So like the way that they very much view themselves as like conquerors and of their own people. Like they are their own people. They serve nobody.
And the Red Dragon would feel like he's like the ruler of the Red Draconin who rule all the others, right?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Was the stuff about specifically not knowing where the ancestor was and trying to locate the ancestor in common, or was that in Draconic?
Well, I think Augustius mentioned it in common. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Was responded to in
'Cause-
kind in common?
I mean, Fizz would have used common if
If Augustius did.
Augustius did, yeah.
So before his shoulder starts his walking prayer, he would probably have piped up and said, I think if I help some wayward souls and use their power for my power, I can help us locate this ancestor. And perhaps a few other people if we were thinking about looking for other beings.
Fizz is going to excitedly run over and be like, yes, yes, yes. I would forever be in your debt if you helped me find my ancestor.
I think I would need more than just the souls. Perhaps like a name and maybe like a solid description, but definitely a name at least.
His name is Sovereign, and he's a really big red dragon.
That's enough description. That's just like, I mean, you can't get any more. Right? Like, duh.
Right.
Augustius will kind of like put a hand on top of Fizz's head. In a kind of way, you're like a cleric yourself.
Oh, you think so?
Well, think about it. You have a holy relic. You're praying to this sovereign, to your God. You ask for his intercession. You try to do right by him. Well, it seems like a kind of cleric to me. You just, instead of, judgment or healing, you just cast fire all the time.
Well, Sovereign really likes fire.
Well, fair enough. That pleases him.
I say we try and find Sovereign as well as Kyle and Gokeg. But I don't know if Gokeg's going to be here.
I do suppose if we were to find Sovereign, that would be a huge boon in helping us in whatever other manner of quests or dreadful endeavors that we must undertake. Having a god on our side is certainly welcome.
Well, it might help us defeat a god next time we fight one.
Indeed. And there are no gods stronger or grander than the dragon god. I would know.
I agree.
Fred is riveting.
Dragons are cool.
Shoulder will address Fred and say, "What?"
he has no patience.
Did you say Gokeg?
Do I know who that
Do
is?
you know where Gokeg is, Fred?
That shoulder's orc.
He is speaking through his proverbial teeth.
I do not know where Gokeg is, but I like Gokeg.
Does Gokeg like you?
I helped Gokeg once.
Is Gokeg evil?
Shoulder is going to hold a finger up at you, and he's going to look past you at Fred, or I guess perhaps over you. I don't know how tall you are. You might be slightly.
He's
taller
3
than
feet tall, so.
Yes. So
yeah, I'm like 3'2".
Shoulder's going to look at Fred and say, and perhaps one time you didn't happen to hear anything about a Kenku bard named after a piece of the arm.
We didn't have a lot of time to talk.
Well, Gokeg probably doesn't speak to animals, so.
Who is Gokeg?
He is Shoulder's orc.
Gokeg is an orc, and he is perhaps my best friend, and I have not seen him in a very long time. It is what got me into this whole mess of fighting gods and being atomized. I don't even know what that word means. So, here I am.
It means you're with Gokek.
That means
Shoulder
you
is
said it in the
Shoulder is
horse's
going-
voice. If that's the first
Exactly,
time you
yes.
heard it.
Shoulder is going to
Atomized.
stop mid-sentence as Fred
Uh-oh.
says that, and he will look to Fred. Fred, we are going to find Gokag. And if he even hints at not loving you, I will put my foot through your big mouth.
Fred, did you send Gokak here?
No.
That's good, because if you had, I don't think you'd be very long for this realm either.
Spirit not strong enough to go to 2
I don't like you, Fred.
Fred, if we do not find Gokak, or he is injured in any way, I will make it my personal mission to save these members of my party and revive Jurgle, just so he can punish you as is fit. Fizz,
I will
help you.
find Jurgle then. I mean, I will help you find Gokek.
Fred, that is the right answer. Fizz, we will find Gokek, and then we will find your ancestor.
Fred, the evil horse told us that we require your services. What exactly are you going to do for us?
Within me is the key that gets you to the reconstruction.
Yes, okay. Can't I just open your little frog belly and cut it out?
I don't think it works that way.
Of course, ain't nothing normal or easy anywhere. Shona,
Yes.
believe me when I tell you, I understand when you said that your companion thrust you into all this and you're now fighting God. That's how I feel when I came to Sestan.
Augustius, worry not
Yeah.
that Fred is a part of this party. He will be cannon fodder.
But Fred can be useful.
Yes, Fred, you must be useful. You have no other choice in the matter, my amphibian friend.
Fred can even tell you when certain people pass on.
Now, ain't that useful? All right, we've done enough gallivanting about. Let's get a move on. You, evil horse, take us to our new destination.
All right. That sounds like a good place. I only just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
say for... What's up?
Can I message Fred one last time before we send this off?
Sure.
Shoulder is going to shoot a message to Fred, and he's going to say, "You need to rebuild the trust I once had. And
Nah, he said he's still evil.
you will start off on the right frog feet by leading me to these souls so we can help them. And perhaps you will not be so evil anymore."
In a bug-eyed, slightly confused response, Fred silently leans over so that only his right frog feet are touching the ground.
Shoulder will then turn to the horse and say, "Okay, we can go now."
All right. Because Three Crow isn't here, or at least wasn't saying anything, didn't respond to what I was mentioning earlier, I'm gonna assume he fell asleep, and that's fine. I will get him like post session or whatever, or he can type in the game channel that we've got if Benson had any questions or wanted to say anything, or if he was just kind of like silently praying to Lathandar during it. Either way, energy swirls around Telthane and then around all of you in the process, and the world seems to grow dark. For about a moment.
And we're dead again.
Nah.
We all itemized the second time.
Yeah, we're double dead,
dead.
actually.
Double dead. Just like Frog, we're going to second hell.
And then now we go to double hell.
Double
and
hell.
then we'll have to die a third time, so we go to triple hell.
Nice.
That's 3.
Yeah, then if you escape triple hell, you go to first heaven. That's how that works.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, you just, that's how they do.
Well, I can't even put you guys in the Sestan world map because that is not.
We're dead.
You're dead.
That's not where you guys are right now. So I can't. Probably shouldn't even put you in this map, but I don't have an overworld map for the underworld. So for the Jurgle realm yet. Yeah. I will be preparing pretty hard for the next session. That's for sure. But
I can't wait to play in hell.
I have to desperately use the bathroom, and that means I'm going to end the stream. But after that, if anybody wants to and is able to stick around afterwards, I'd love to chat with you guys and see what you think, because that was obviously a pretty big moment and change. So anyway, GG's. Session over.
I gotta go.
All right. Good night.
Night.